Let's just get it over with. Madam Web is ass.
Sorry, I couldn't hold it the minute. Welcome everybody to another stream. Joining me on this lovely, lovely special stream is the one, the only TCK. Screw the Chiefs.
Still screw the Chiefs.
Absolutely. Joining us also is Kane and Jordan, one half of the dynamic duo. Tomato you.
To your mum. What? Sorry.
Oi, hey, watch it. Joining us is the other half of the dynamic duo, MMA King Kreese Jr.
To the Batcave, Batman.
To the back. And joining us is the one, the only, Darius. May the force be with you, sir, especially after the last couple hours.
Another survivor of Madam Web.
I'm sorry, you look like a Vietnam survivor.
You look like a Vietnamese survivor.
You look like you've seen some shit.
That's because he has seen some shit. That's why.
No, he has.
I can't wait to get into this. All right. Watkins.
My Letterboxd review is fucking...
His Letterboxd review is pending.
I'm sorry.
No, it's already out.
Before you go any further, Darius, your story was amazing. It was like, what a movie this is. And it's half a star. I love it. Great.
10 out of 10.
That was very generous.
Go on, Danny. Read out your list.
If I could give it 0, I would have.
Stream Sunshine.
Jesus.
All right, Mr. Watkins, read out that list.
All right, so let's get into it. So we actually got a new segment chat. So like we've been talking with the other boys, and they wanted to talk a little bit more about classic movies. So for now, like maybe some of our section, we're going to be talking about Turner Classic Movies, King's Edition. So we're going to be talking about the Wizard of Oz, the first movie or whatever.
Yay.
As for our DC segment,
there's no place to come.
For our DC segment, we're going to be talking about the Penguin and it's finished wrapping up filming. Also, we're going to be talking about Superman Legacy / Superman and Lois, why it's about to get canceled or whatever. As far as our Marvel segment, boy, don't you ever say that I don't do anything for Marvel. For all those people out there. So we're gonna be talking about, Lord. Okay, so Darius, me and you, and have you seen Madam Web yet, TCK?
I've seen enough of it.
Yeah, I've seen enough of it,
so,
Danny. I went through it last night.
I've seen clips of it.
And it's okay. We all are survivors. So
I've seen clips, and that's enough for me, so I don't care. Spoiler away.
We are all survivors of Madam Web, so we're gonna have to talk about this for the first and the last time ever. And then we're gonna go into some fun things. The Fantastic Four casting.
Yeah.
And also Fantastic Four. Jesus Christ. Okay. Deadpool 3 theories and X-Men 97. We're all gonna put that all into one since it's all X-Men related. Cobra Kai. Ben Wang. I shit you not. That's who was can't like. That's the name of the kid. His name is Wang. Ben Wang.
Wang.
I didn't name the kid.
Best friend Ben Wang.
Wang.
Ben Wang.
I've been Wang.
I've been wanged.
Has been casted as the new protagonist for Cobra.
IRL and in the movie.
Just embrace it, Danny, embrace it.
The chat gets to ask us questions.
This is a great start. I need this laugh.
Ben Wang. Hey, you know what? Ben Wang probably has the bullying aspect already in his life with that last name, so he might be.
I'm pretty sure his high school years were not fun with a name like Ben Wang.
But he has to learn martial arts to get this role.
Yeah, kids are assholes, man. He's probably had to.
Endure some
Yeah, I mean,
tomfoolery.
he's probably been through
He's had his time with his face in the
Some
dirt, bro.
poppycock.
I mean, look at it this way. He's the Karate Kid now. He got the last laugh.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
He got that role. Let's give him his.
Fair dues, fair dues.
the most stereotypical. You picked the most stereotypical name, didn't you? You have to do it.
I already
Shelby.
knew his name, but the way you said it just made it so much fun.
Check the chat, by the way.
I saw it. I saw it.
Wang.
Oh God! Every time.
Aye.
Oh
Oh
man.
Lord.
Aye.
Bin Wang.
All right.
Oh
Okay.
man. Okay.
All right, so the first topic is we'll get to Mr. Wang later on.
Enough about Wangs.
is Wizard of Oz. Okay, so
Wizard of Oz first, I know.
I'm gonna start right out the gate by saying this is one of those movies that you watch as a kid and you don't really quite know what's going on. You just watch, and then the more you rewatch it, the more you kind of like it. Now, for me, this has its place within the pop culture like footprint. Always does. It is a staple of the pop culture landscape, whether it be musical theater or just what have you. To me, I haven't rewatched it since I was a kid because for me, I found it quite disturbing. And that's not because I don't have taste, and it's not because I'm, a corporate lackey, or whatever. I'm just, I don't appreciate art. I really do like it as a concept. I think it's really cool. I think I like the world building, the characters, the story has quite a charm to it. It's just as a kid, there's certain things that creep me out, and even now, when I see the Tin Man strolling around and skipping everywhere, it just makes me feel a bit, like I'm just like,
That's a fair
and I
point.
don't know if it's because of the old like makeup and prosthetics of the old days, but to me, it just makes me a bit on edge and just, and the lion and there's the scarecrow, but there is no denying the mark that it's had, and I hope my audio is, by the way. I took this off my microphone, so I don't know if you guys can hear me better. Thank you. There's no denying the mark that it's had on the pop culture landscape and how influential it's been to movies or shows that have preceded it in the aspect of trying to sort of adopt traits and mannerisms of the movie itself. But to those who know, the making of this movie was a shit show. Now, I don't want to go too far into the details of that, but the making of it was quite heavy. So I think this is a good point for TCK. I'll let you leapfrog into this part. But man, the making of this movie was a shit show.
Yeah.
That's
So
pretty
the Wizard of Oz is a movie I watched all the time growing up. I'd say up until the age of from the age of 3 to 8.
10?
I would 10, yeah, around that time.
Okay.
I would watch it at least 3 times a year, I'd say, just because it was my family's favorite movie. We all loved it, and I agree. I haven't rewatched in a while because I think of the reasons you said. It's kind of a strange movie.
Tin Man, he's got it going.
It doesn't age well, probably, but I think it's fine to keep that in, as because a lot, that's not even just for this movie. A lot of things you watch as a child that you rewatch as an adult,
Yeah,
it's not as good. So I think I'm probably gonna end up keeping it in the past, because I remember really
in the
loving this
childhood
movie.
vault.
The visuals of it, especially for the time, because when did this movie come out? The 30s, right?
Yeah, I think it was the 40s.
Yeah,
40s and 30s.
I think it was 20. I think it was 29.
39.
Oh, wow,
It
yeah.
came out at 39.
39.
Oh, so to be fair, TCK, we were just there. We were just there.
Yeah. So I remember thinking this is a really old movie, but it looks so good for the time that it's out. The visuals, it's colorful, it's bright, it's a joy to look at. It's very wonderful for your eyes to see. It's not an ugly movie, especially for the time period. I remember just loving all the colors, the characters.
I know you'll hate me for saying this, but when you do it right with different colors and different landscapes, Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
When you do it wrong, Thor Ragnarok.
Exactly.
Wow.
So yeah, I remember just loving. I remember visually loving this movie, and I can still even if I haven't seen this movie in a while, just picturing some of the shots and just being like, "Wow, this is It's a beautiful shot, especially all the
Yeah.
the Wizard of Oz.
Oh, the ones at the
stuff
castle
in
and stuff,
color.
those are pretty good.
Yeah, the castle stuff. I remember in there, like, there's a flower field, right? And where they
Mhm.
all like fell asleep. I remember that was like really cool. And yeah, it's just a movie that I loved growing up and haven't checked out in a while. I think I'm gonna keep it in my childhood,
Mm.
but I am looking forward to the Wicked movie coming out because I did see that play. And I remember really, it's been a while since I've seen that, and I remember really liking that. I'm not a big theater guy, but
good
I remember watching that and was like really impressed by it. So the movie, it might not be great, but I'm still gonna check it out.
Yeah, fair dues, fair dues.
It has its place.
Yeah.
No.
It has its place. It has its place
That's
indeed. And I think, it's got that kind of edge where, especially with musical theatre and theatre in general, I love seeing them adapt stuff like that because the world building is very unique and you can do a lot with that on stage. And even though I'm a London boy, I have yet to actually go and see Wicked on stage or anything like that. But I've heard it is top tier. So I must actually add that to my list.
Just remember this, Jacob. We're all in this together.
Yeah. High School Musical reference.
Oh right. Oh, I was like, are you making a High School Musical reference, or are you?
Yeah,
We're all in
all
this
this
together.
together.
No, we're not. But as you can see, but what's up, boom. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Who else wants to jump on in?
I'll
next?
jump on in because I have like some funny like memories of this
Yeah,
movie.
we'll go ahead in that order. Adam, Darius, Danny. We'll go in that round.
So for me, for example, right, when I first watched Wizard of Oz, whatever the fuck, right, my starters decided to come back, obviously. But I remember being like you, Jacob. I thought it was really creepy as a child, and then also the messaging of the movie now doesn't like stand up because it's like there's no place like home, but she ran away from home to this magical place and she didn't want to really go back home, so it's like what the hell. And then also
go back to your terrible life, Dorothy.
Yeah, they also had to digitally remove something off of the set. If you know the insider information, like the amount of like dark story coming from this movie, especially considering it's a child's movie, especially because like the main actress is also known back in those days to have to do certain things to be that happy, cheery, for Christ's sakes, Danny. But it's one of those things where when I remember watching it, like, I'm sorry, but I don't know if it's just me being me, but like what you see when like the Wicked Witch of the West showed up, I don't know why my instinct was punch that bitch.
Hey, Danny,
it's just like somebody punch her.
That salad.
Munch.
Yeah. But no, so like it's one of those things that I was not a really big fan of it. Like I did like it at the time, maybe, but like now looking back and stuff, it's just too creepy. Like I'm sorry, like a lot of this stuff just doesn't ring well nowadays, especially with like up to date stuff. But anyway, Darius, what about you, bro?
So this movie occupies a very strange place in my memory. Because
Darius, I just have to like, you really look like you've been through some shit. Like,
because like Jacob and Noah, I was always kind of like put off of it as a kid. It was kind of scary to me. And last time I watched it, I think I was around 12, and it was just on TV. And I had a fever. I was running like a really bad 105 fever, and I couldn't keep anything down other than soup and fruit. So when I was watching it, I was like coming in and out of consciousness because I was sleeping. And it was the most strange and scary thing to me.
That must have been an acid trip.
The movie already is weird. And then it's just like, I'm coming in and out of consciousness. Like, I'm like, what the hell is going on? I just feel really like, but I was so weak, I couldn't get up and change the channel. And then they showed it twice in a row for some reason. So I had to watch it twice. And that made it even weirder. It felt like I was high. But anyway,
it was on. It was the TVS 24-hour special.
It's probably fun on acid. This movie,
like from a technical standpoint, this is one of the first like the transition from like the black and white and Dorothy's like home to the color is like amazing. It's probably one of the probably the first movie to do something like that because they're really color movies had just started like earlier in the decade. So like it's so vibrant. Like like this really made me like the film geek in me. It made me want to play around with like Technicolor because if you didn't know,
Yeah.
back then that's when they would do like Technicolor instead of like what they do now. And Technicolor always looks like super like vibrant. The colors pop more than like if you should shoot it regularly now. And I've always wanted to like play around with that kind of stuff because of this movie.
Yeah.
I'm in the
And it's
same camp, Blue Kit Kats.
so many films have like copied this template. Obviously, there's a million remakes and prequels and homages, and like it has its place in history. People consider like
The Wiz.
Jaws
He's on
to
down,
be the
he's
first
on down, he's on down.
blockbuster. I think this, I guess this will be the closest thing they had to blockbusters in 1939 or whatever it came out. So, yeah. Also, the fact that Dorothy like basically killed a person with the house immediately. Is
Oh
kind of
yeah.
Oh, that.
I forgot about
And
that.
then, like Adam alluded to,
That is
some of the
funny.
things that happen behind the scenes of this movie, or like the more you find out about this movie, you're like, is this shit cursed or what? Because there's some bad things that
It is.
happen in the back.
They have four directors. Four directors.
Four directors. The Munchkins are not good people. I'm gonna leave it at that. They're pretty not. They're not good people.
Yeah.
The producers are not good people. Nobody. A lot of people involved in the background of this movie were not great people.
Yeah,
Absolutely
don't look at the
not.
background of this movie. Don't try to find some hidden clues.
I haven't watched it.
I'm-
I haven't watched it since that time I was sick because that shit kind of traumatized me. Not gonna lie. So I'm gonna keep it back there. I might show it to my kids one day because I feel like you kind of have to show it to your kids. It's kind of one of those movies you have to show them at least once, even if it's never again. Just probably show it to them one time and then leave it at that. But
Like, show it to them when they're young. You know, it's one of them kind of movies that you watch when you're young. You know.
yeah, revolutionary movie for the time.
This started
has
it
its place in
all.
history. Cinema wouldn't be what it is without it. I'm also looking forward to Wicked because I've heard great things about it. I've never been like a big play guy.
I got a friend that's actually in that.
I think the only play I've ever
Really?
watched is the Lion King play, and I might have seen another one, but I can't remember what that one was. But yeah, I might check the
Back
Wicked
to the
movie out.
Future musical. I can't recommend that enough.
Oh yeah, I want to see that one.
Oh, dude, what they do with the DeLorean in the it's so fucking sick. Oh, and the lead has a lightsaber,
Great.
and I'm like, hey, yeah. Sorry, Karen.
Great film historically, kind of creepy though. Never watching it again unless it's like
I like how it can be summed up with like just that sentence. Great movie historically, kind of creepy though. I'm never watching it again. Like, I mean, if I'm watching it with a family or something, then I'll watch it, but it's not one that I'll go out of my way to watch. If you know what I mean. Like, but it does have that print that we talked about.
Yeah, that shit is scary, man. Especially when you're like you're kind of out of it.
I'm sorry, like it just scares the fuck out.
The Tin Man, the Lion, the Witch is even kind of scary at some points. I'm like, dude, what the hell is going on?
The flying
What's the
monkeys.
shit on fire?
Wait, dude, the flying monkeys. I had fucking nightmares. I had nightmares about that as a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
I think the flying monkeys from the Wiz was more scarier. Well, they were just more.
The Wiz is a horror movie. The Wiz is scary, bro.
The
That's a
voice
horror
is.
movie.
I think the voice is a lot scary.
Wait, what's
Dang, at
that?
least it got Diana Ross and Michael Jackson. Like they got a good cast.
The Wiz.
Like,
Oh, the Wiz. Oh, right, yeah. Oof.
Like a retelling of
People-
Wizard of Oz.
people that have culture. People
Nah,
that have
I'm not
culture.
watching that ever again.
People that have
The way
culture
the
understand.
way the Witch dies, that and the Wiz is like
The freaking
dude.
Tin Man scared me. I'm sorry, that Tin Man, he terrifies me. It's like, have you guys seen like with Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? You know that weird guy with the weird long ass nose.
yeah.
You know? And then that shot of him like going past the basement window, and he's like,
Like there were so many people. Like it was. This movie was literally production hell. I mean, like the Tin Man, like he broke out, and like the first guy that played the Tin Man, like he had like a bad skin reaction to the makeup or whatever, and so like he couldn't do it anymore or whatever. The guy that played the Lion, he passed out like every single day because the suit was that hot or whatever. Yeah, man, there's a lot of stuff. or whatever. Like same thing with the Scarecrow. I think he couldn't move correctly in the suit or whatever. It's yeah, it's
You know
a
what? Also, the music kind of still slaps, in my opinion.
yeah.
It's got good music. Yeah.
Over the rainbow. Judy Gar- Judy Garland. Highly recommend you guys go listen to her. She has some good music, even though she had
Yeah.
a horrible life growing up. Like
Yeah, she had a
I feel
tough going.
Yeah,
she had a tough life. Yeah, she that was she back in the day she got paid a lot of money just to sing over the rainbow, bro. So that was
Back
the
in
only song that
back
she back in the day. But, so for me for the Wizard of Oz, like I didn't think it's scary. I thought it was just goofy. That's all it was. You know, you have a
I'm tossing and turning.
freaking
Like I'd have times where I'd watch it, like let's say with my mum, and I'd be enjoying it, I'd be relishing in it. If I was to ever watch it alone, it'd be like that lion's creeping me out.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. Toto was my dude. Toto didn't care. He got that black Air Force energy. He was biting people for no reason. Like
Toto was the best actor.
It's just there's so many scenes in the movie that genuinely make me feel like I'm on drugs. Like it's like the like black and white and grainy, and then the house is spinning, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, like the woman that was playing the Wicked Witch of the West, like she accidentally caught on fire like 3 times.
Wait, what?
She almost got cut. She caught on
Yeah.
fire like about 3 times.
How?
they
Wow.
pissed off. They pissed off some like cosmic force, and they were trying to make this. They
they must have
Yeah.
upset the cosmic balance while doing this movie.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
God did not want this movie to be made.
Yeah, no, he was
Yeah,
like, nah.
God
we did
definitely
anyway.
didn't want that movie to be made if the witch is getting set on fire. Like, damn.
Talk about
It's like
ironic.
I know, right?
and the thing is, like the Wizard of Oz would have won like a whole bunch of Oscars if it wasn't going against Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the Gone with
That is true.
the Gone with the like which I think we should talk about next. Like you know what, that should be the next movie, Gone with the Wind.
I
Since
actually
it's like
watched
you
that
know,
before. All
I have
6
to
hours.
rewatch.
All 6 hours of it.
All 6
Yeah.
hours.
dude, I have the Blu-ray movie of it, and let me tell you, like Gone with the
6
Wind,
hours.
it feels
It's
like
like
6
4
hours.
hours. It's like 4 hours.
It's 4 hours, but it feels like
yeah,
6.
it's like 4.
Yeah,
Jesus
but
Christ.
Oh God.
That is nuts.
yeah, so you know, I mean, overall for me, The Wizard of Oz is always going to be a family friendly movie or whatever. Like I watch
Family
it time to
friendly, sure.
time on. I mean, I have the Blu-ray. Like I throw it on every blue moon if I'm like really bored or whatever. Like I just like if I just want to throw something on the background and I just having one of those days and I just want to like listen to my childhood.
Hmm.
Wizard of Oz,
It's one of
really
those
good movie.
days.
Becomes more of a comfort
It's
movie.
one of
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
it's more of a comfort movie. Like you know,
Yeah,
but
fair dude.
Hell,
Fair.
For some people, it's a comfort movie. Some people, it's nightmare fuel. That is what it is.
Yeah.
this is,
I mean,
I, that's what's supposed to happen
as long
for
as I'm
Class.
watching it with someone, then I mean, I'm not scared. I'm a big boy. As long as I'm watching it,
I'm
with
not as
someone,
scared. I'm a big
fine.
boy.
Yeah, yeah.
it's the inspiration. It's the
Everyone's
inspiration
gangster
for
till the
the
flying
70s.
monkeys show up.
Everybody's gangster to the flying monkey show.
I'm sorry, it's when they're all skipping like la da 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 do do.
I'm sorry, Jacob. You know exactly what I'm like in real life. You definitely know what I'd be doing to those flying monkeys.
We're off to see the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
It was.
because he's a wonderful
Because-
little lord. Anyway,
But it does
Hey, man.
be great.
Tell me that the lollipop guild didn't kill it though. We are the lollipop guild. The lollipop.
Fucking
what
stop.
is going
doing
on?
that.
This is nightmare fuel. Can we move to the
Bro,
next
my-
topic,
bro,
please?
my trauma's-
Jesus,
my
I'm
trauma's
sorry,
coming
it's
back.
scarier than the original. Christ.
Yeah, bro, that was scary, man.
Can we, can we just move on to the next topic before someone
My
has a
trauma's
like
coming, my
aneurysm?
trauma's coming back.
I feel like, look, we're in for a long stream here. We've already got a Vietnam survivor down here. We don't all need trauma, like all at the once. Like, it's
We
too
don't
much
all
for us
need
to
trauma.
handle.
I think a good way to end it is it came out in the 30s and we're still talking about it now. So that
Boom.
says a
Yeah.
lot.
And you know, on
That's
that, I
all
want to
you
raise
gotta
a
say.
great point, right? Quality is timeless. It's forever. It doesn't matter if something ends on a certain season or whenever. It's timeless. Quality is forever.
Mia is
As
forever.
important as ending it. Mic drop.
It's got staying power.
Mm-hmm.
Videos forever.
Damn, we're still
That's my
talking
man Jacob would say.
about today. That's a great. I love that. It's a good point. It's a great point. Go on, Danny. Read out the next item, sir.
So we are going to be talking about the
You'll
mob
never
boss
do that
himself.
dance again.
The mob boss.
Don't stop doing that.
The penguin.
Fortnite
Yeah.
guys.
Stop emoting.
Stop emoting.
I'm
Fortnite-
sorry.
Fortnite
Danny,
emo.
when did you become a Fortnite character?
The
Now
guy
fucking
from
tell me.
Fortnite. The guy from Fortnite.
It's the guy from
Baby,
Fortnite.
don't hurt me.
It's a default skin.
Copyright.
Actually, it's a copyright-free song.
Yeah, what a fever dream this stream is so far.
Oh, yeah.
This is
So,
I feel like we're in a real
okay,
life
all
Brazil.
jokes aside,
oh,
all jokes aside, we're going to be talking
Fine.
about in our DC segment. We are going to be talking about our boy the Penguin. His show has wrapped up. I think it's supposed to be coming out. Is it this October or November? Anybody knows?
I think it's
I don't have a
around that
Scooby
time.
Doo.
So it says to be released on HBO Max in late 2024, and it will consist of 8 episodes.
Oh,
All right,
only
so-
8. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
Well,
they're
at
long
least it's not
episodes,
long.
though.
but the
That's
thing, but the thing is, HBO knows how to get their 8 episodes right. Take some notes, Disney. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Well, it depends. It depends. It depends. It really depends.
It really does depend. It depends on the story that one is telling, and
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
interested
man,
to see.
listen.
But this is the first expansion of the. I wish RJ was here to say, but the Matt Reeves universe. Like
The
this
Matt
is the
Reeves
first
universe.
expansion of it without a
I'm
movie.
sorry.
So it'd be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I have to give some credit to my man Darius because like he's the one that gave us Peacemaker for the 8 episode. I mean, like Peacemaker was
Get
really
your
good.
flowers,
So
son. Get your
You
flowers.
all doubted me.
No, I'm sorry. This is why I love these guys because also not only do you guys suggest really great things, you put yourself through the most atrocious shit. Like Danny, you with The Walking Dead, you with Madam Web. Like it's just ongoing. Like I'm glad that you guys are there to take those bullets because I certainly couldn't do it. I just had to. Oh look, there you go.
don't ever say that we don't love you.
Yeah. Don't say I don't love my job because I do.
Best
I would say I don't love my job because I do.
job I ever had. But I am.
It's not a job. I'm not getting paid, but it's a job.
It's a job. It's a job.
The amount of hours we put into doing this stuff, yes, it is a job.
It is a
Never
job.
say we
Well,
love
at
you
this
guys.
point, it may as well be. Especially this foreign. Yeah, so The Penguin is executive produced by Matt Reeves, Dylan Clark, Colin Farrell, and Lauren LaFranc, who writes and serves as a showrunner. Craig Zabel directs the first 3 episodes, and Bill Carraro. Hopefully, I pronounced that right. Characters created by Bob Kane and Bill Finger. The streaming series is produced by Reeves, 6th and Idaho Productions, and Dylan Clark Productions in association with Warner Brothers. Yeah, it's got some good people.
Just want to say one thing. Bob Kane is an asshole. Go ahead.
Live your truth, sir.
No, it's not.
Nah,
Dude,
bro,
he
I'm
treats
excited.
you guys seen the episode where he treats Stan Lee pretty badly. I was mad about that as a Batman fan.
Hang on, where is it? There we go. Hang on, there we go. I was trying to load up an article. The article says here the last time we checked in on how things were going with Max's Colin Farrell starring the Penguin, the spin-off series sees that for reprising his role for Matt Reeves the Batman was being showcased in the streamer's one to watch in 2024. And I think, with the way the universe itself is being set up, I really do. Hello there. I do like what this universe is heading for in terms of especially this character, and you don't necessarily need to do all the setup in the next movie. You could just have this show set up some stuff in the offset. I think it would be nice to explore that power dynamic and struggle now that there's a power vacuum with all the gangs in Gotham. And I think staying true to the Reeves tone and formula is what makes this universe so strong. Like you can keep the DCU for its fantastical whatever, but this is more like the Arkham trilogy type stuff. Type stuff.
Noir.
I think RJ said it best. It's like the Sopranos, but of DC. So I'm looking forward to it. And for me, 8 episodes is more than enough. I don't think it's all about. I think how many episodes you have is only as good as what's in them. And you could have 6 well-made episodes that are straight to the point, bad to the bone, or you could have 6 episodes that suck ass, as we've seen before, or you could have 8 episodes that are good. It's always a give and take. But I think Colin Farrell absolutely smashed this role in the Batman.
Yeah.
Hey, take it easy, sweetheart. He came out.
He's the best penguin. He's the best penguin. Just,
Yeah.
I think
Come on, open your eyes. Where is it?
he's the best penguin.
Come on! Open your eyes!
There you go. That's me. That's me and RJ. Questioning him in the corner, as you do. There's just an awkward silence.
Awkward silence.
Awkward
Yes.
silence.
Fucking Argo next.
But yeah, what do you guys think? What's your hype level for this show? In an essence, is it 10 out of 10? Or are you hyped? You don't give a shit? What kind of part of the ballpark are we on?
I'm probably at a 9. I'm really excited for it. Very super. I love the Batman. I like Matt Reeves' work in general. Colin Farrell's amazing actor, and I like the
I just love the
direction.
universe. The tone of this universe is just great. It's gritty. It feels like I'm reading a dark novel, like a graphic novel or something.
Yeah,
it's the screen.
Frank Miller done right. What was that?
It's in
I think
between
Nolan.
it's kind of in between Nolan and a more fantastical Batman. It's kind of the good sweet spot in the middle where it's not quite super realistic, but it's not super fantastical either. And I like that take on Batman because that's Batman is in the comics.
Especially the Batman anime series.
When he's not doing
Batman anime.
Yeah. And I like that Penguin in the if you rewatch the Batman, you can kind of see that Penguin's not well respected in the criminal underworld yet. He's kind of just seen
he's treated like a joke.
He's seen as Falcone's he's basically Falcone's bitch. That's basically what he is.
Yeah.
Most of it. So I think this show will be about him coming into his own and his own rise to power now that Falcone's obviously out of the picture, and how he gets taken more seriously and stuff like that, which I think is a really good story potential there with how you know anything about Batman's the criminal underworld there. There's a lot of other people we can see pop up like Black Mask.
This guy's in it.
Oh yeah, Clancy Brown's in it. He's Maroni.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Clancy Brown's great in everything, if you know Clancy Brown.
Oh yeah, he's reliable. He was in a lot of the CW shows quite a bit as well, wasn't
he? He was in John Wick 4. He was in Shawshank. He's in a lot of things.
He's one of those actors that
he's Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs.
He's one of the. I saw a comment on Reddit. Krabs, count me in. But it's he's one of those actors that you see everywhere, but you just can't always. You know,
he's never there because he's never the star. He always does a great job, but he's never the leading guy, which I think is kind of a shame. But
Cillian Murphy was there once.
Yep.
Yeah.
All it takes is one project to get you there. But
yeah,
I'm super excited. Kind of a mob type show and a superhero.
I did see this one article, this comment that where someone was like, "Oh, is Batman going to be in the show?" But I was like, "Well, I mean, could he? Sure. Does he?
I think he'll be in at the very end.
Doesn't need it.
Maybe the
very end.
He doesn't need to be in it. I mean, you could have him be in it right at the end. It's not like Batman sitting there with a scope on Penguin 24/7.
What if we get Bruce Wayne but no Batman?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Bruce is at a party or something that Penguin's also at.
Yeah, there'll definitely be a cameo. There'll be a cameo at best.
Yeah, and that's all it should be.
And that's all it should be.
Yeah.
The focus should be on Penguin. The minute you put Batman in here, you subtract from the focus of the show.
Yeah,
I think we all agree that Harvey Dent will make his appearance because him and Two-Face hate each other or whatever.
Yeah,
yes.
that would be a missed opportunity. If
Harvey Dent, I think needs to be.
I mean, they already set that up, didn't they? With the
DA's dead.
The DA's dead.
Yeah.
Then walk in there.
Yeah.
It's your time, baby.
Yeah. I can see them having Harvey Dent, Officer Bullock, who else? Nah, he's a legit character.
I thought of RJ because we're watching through Prison Break, and the guy called Brad Bellick in that he calls him Bollock. Carry.
I can see Gordon.
Renee Montoya is gonna be. Yeah, it's gonna probably be in this series too.
What's the name of that that geezer that the one with like the really squeaky voice that's irritating as hell? Like the
Oh yeah,
like that one.
cop,
Sounds like,
right?
it sounds like Bonnie.
You
off
really
of
want to
Fact-
put your guy? You really want to put him on the line for this guy, Jim?
He looks like Seymour Simmons from Transformers if like he bloody got punched in the
Yeah.
face.
How much does that guy smoke? Jesus.
Like
But yeah, basically the main most of the officers are gonna probably be part of Gordon's team, like this inside the show.
You gotta
Trying
get the
to
best
take
character.
Yeah.
Martinez,
Yes.
the best cop.
Oh, yeah.
Martinez, bro. That's the best cop right there.
Yeah.
Other than Gordon, of course.
I mean, Gordon's the
Uh,
man. Gordon could be in it quite a bit, to be fair,
Yeah, I want to. See, I would like to see Jeffrey Wright
because it's like Gotham Street level, so he could be in it.
I love Jeffrey Wright's Gordon.
Yeah, he's
I
he
think
was
Great.
they.
He was so good.
American Fiction.
RJ.
Great movie.
I'm trying to think. Also, they're probably gonna introduce some of the gangsters that you probably only see in comic books or whatever.
Joe Chill.
Like basically, I want to be
Joe
Joe Chill, Tony Zuko.
I mean,
Mask.
apparently they've got Victor Aguilar in here as well. Sophia Falcone.
I hope that honestly, dude, I hope they get Rupert Thor, dude. Like, I think Rupert Thor will be like good in this universe. I think it's time he makes his like actual appearance, like in live action. So
These are some characters that we could see appear. Let me just close that advert. Harvey Dent, it can sow the seeds of Two-Face. Who else have we got? Let me just go. Right, can I go back?
Professor Pig? Question mark?
Professor Pig.
That'd be
got
crazy.
Black Mask. That'd be good. He'd be very fit.
Yeah.
Like, and this is the thing. Victor Zsasz. This guy's
Zaz. Crazy.
like,
Yeah.
sorry,
Yeah.
this guy's a fucking asshole. Like, he is a real psychotic piece of shit. Like, I hate this guy. And this is the thing that when a dream trip to Australia, yeah, right. You know, if anything, the thing about this show that I'm looking forward to is it gives a spotlight to characters that never really get a look in. And we get to explore those characters and how they affect Penguin or just the mob world. You know, there's so much to explore here. Calendar Man, that's not a bad shout.
Calendar Man, yeah.
Here we go.
yeah, Calendar Man is pretty underrated. Yeah,
The holiday killer.
yeah,
My homie.
Mhm.
yeah.
Great white shark. I don't know.
Oh God, Jesus! Look at his face.
Fucking hell.
Ugly
Sheesh.
bastard.
Golden.
Clayface.
Nah, save
Yeah.
Clayface. Save
I say,
No,
I say
maybe show him as an actor when he's just an actor.
Clayface.
Maybe do that.
Oh, if anything,
Just
with
got
it,
into
you maybe don't have Deadshot in it, but you could plant the seed of like Deadshot running around the city, if you will.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, contract killer, yeah, some mysterious
Mhm.
contract killer.
Yeah.
Tony Zuko.
Yeah.
Told you.
Yeah, especially if
That's
they're saying-
Robin's. That's
Robin's
Robin's.
That
parents.
could work. You know what? That could work.
I like that.
Yeah.
Actually. That could work
Yeah.
nicely. And then
Like,
Jonathan.
Tony Zuko.
Nah, they could save that. Save that.
Save him though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like save the big name villain for the movies, and like people like
Yeah.
Tony Zuko, Rupert Thor, like
gangsters and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I think Black Mask is a definite. I would love to see Black Mask. You could involve
Yeah.
Hush, I guess, in some kind of way. Two-Face, he should be in there. Victor Zsasz as well. I think there's a couple of comic runs, isn't there, where Victor's like a hired person for kill, so
Yeah.
you could do stuff with that. Maybe you could explore themes of like, in an effort to gain control over their turf, how much does Penguin have to sacrifice his humanity in order to become respected and become
yeah,
the kingpin, if you will?
Mhm.
How much does he have to sacrifice? What demons and devils does he have to team up with
'cause
to gain
Yeah.
control?
I think what's gonna end up being the long run if Matt Reeves gets to do what he does. Like I can see the Penguin running for the mayor of the city, like he did in the comic books or whatever.
That's a good long-term
Yeah.
arc, actually. That could work long-term.
As for
Yeah,
my
yeah.
thoughts, I think The Batman is probably my favorite comic book movie, honestly, because
It's the most
not
faithful.
only is it so grounded and like real, but it also has that comic book, elements to it. It has those, for Batman, it has a detective side, which is very comic booky, but it's very real in that sense. And I think the show should just continue with that, because the one thing I'd say about the Batman that I wanted more with was the Penguin. And I'm excited he's getting a whole series because Colin Farrell, he just completely
smashed.
Yeah.
when you can't tell it's the actor, that's
He
always a
disappeared
good.
into the role.
Yeah,
Look,
it's
you
always
took a minute, like when I start when you look in the face, like then you
Like,
can tell it's
in this
Colin
movie,
Farrell.
you can see him,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
If I didn't know who the actor was, I could not guess it was Colin
He's
Farrell.
going to
wouldn't
Johnny
have
Depp.
never
But Johnny Depp,
Yeah.
Johnny Depp could do that too. You can look at it like that's Johnny
Yeah,
Depp. Like, what the
definitely.
hell? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but Colin Farrell did that.
the
Like,
eyes,
Um,
Chico, they never lie.
I hope the show, which I don't think it will do, but I hope the show isn't just a setup for the Batman 2 or
Yeah, hopefully.
another show that's coming up. It should be its own thing.
Hmm.
Like Gen V, I think is a perfect example. That's a part of the boys
Yeah.
universe,
But it's,
but it's its
Yeah.
own thing, and it's not setting up. It's not trying to set up the next. It does lead into the boys
at the
season
end, yeah.
4, but
Yeah.
the whole show isn't a setup for it, which is
Yeah,
I think why
when you
Disney
set something up, it
Plus
should be the cherry
Marvel
on top.
shows are failing because they're
Yeah,
all
exactly.
setup,
Yeah.
setup,
Because they're all
setup.
setting stuff up that has no
Yeah.
payoff. Like it's like there's setup
Mhm.
and then there's cherry on top, then there's setup and nothing. Like that's where
Yeah.
they're going from. But that's a whole
And
lot.
I think they know what they're doing with this. I don't think it's gonna be set up. They know it's gonna
Yeah.
be like a character study of the Penguin.
And
Which
for the
is
love of
great.
God, show restraint. Like I know Penguin has a show, and yes, let's say for instance, if Deadshot's introduced and Victor Zsasz and I don't know, freaking Two-Face, you can have them in a Penguin show or in a Hush show or something. They don't all need shows and movies as well. Like have some
Exactly, yeah,
restraint.
Yeah.
Who gets a story?
Also,
Like,
I
some
just
characters,
have this.
especially when you go based on the comics, they work better as part of an ongoing story or an ensemble versus alone. You know.
Yeah.
So I hope they. I have this feeling that a lot of people, like a lot of like the, I'm not trying to be an elitist here, but a lot of the casual fan base might not like the show as much because it's not.
No,
It's not going to be like
different.
a super action packed. I mean, I haven't seen the show obviously, but I don't anticipate
It's
it
gonna be
being
a slow burn.
an action packed.
Yeah.
It's gonna be more like The Sopranos or Mad Men
Yeah.
or something like that.
Where anytime there's a
Yeah.
bit of action and
Psychology
violence,
stuff, yeah.
it's its own
Yeah.
kind of thing. Like it's
Yeah,
not.
the violence
It's built
is
up.
all built up. It's like, hey, we have to go kill this guy.
It'll
It's a
probably follow
plan.
that
It's not
standard
just
formula where there's a bit of action in the first episode,
Yeah.
and at the end, like it will be evenly distributed. It won't be like okay, every episode.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
You got.
I
This
think
is mob war. Like they don't just. I know
I
everyone
think
thinks
that's
they
the.
go around shooting guns and stuff,
no,
but mob war
everything
is
the
more
mob does
strategic.
very calculated
It's
because they can't
strategic.
It's very
Yes.
calculated.
Very
It's not that they
strategic.
just go and say, right, I don't like this group. I'm going to go and shoot them. It's like that's not how it
Yeah.
works. Like,
Yeah.
thank you, RJ.
You
For
got
showing
to.
me.
They set
The only-
people up. They lie.
Okay, the only show that can pull that off right now, and I'm watching it right now, is the Sons of Anarchy, which I highly recommend you guys go watch.
Great,
RJ was
great
watching it
show.
tonight.
Like what I've
It's a
seen.
pretty good show. Like
Yeah.
they don't have slow burns in the series, but it's like all well earned throughout the whole entire when they start killing people. Like it ain't a slow
Yeah.
burn show. It's like
It's not
Like,
just
to
like
the point.
action every 2 seconds.
And I think
Yeah.
people will be like, "Where's Batman? Where's Batman?" This is like,
It's not his
whoa,
show.
It's not
It's
a
not
bad.
called the Batman, dude.
But that's the thing. Like with stuff like this, I am hopeful this show may draw in some new fans because as much as we know that will be there, the studio is also looking at it as going, okay, is there any fans of Colin Farrell? Anyone who's just a fan of the Penguin character? Can we reach some new
Now-
fans?
now,
if you
this is what I will recommend.
you've done your job.
This is what I recommend that HBO should do. Like they should like promote it. Like, hey, if you like The Sopranos, you're gonna like this show. So, like put it in like the So
Market it
like
as a mob show, not a comic.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like if you market it as like, hey, if you love like Sopranos, Breaking Bad, Sons of Anarchy, you're gonna like this show or whatever.
Even like the Batman, yes, it's like
It-
faithful to the comics and stuff, but even that's a slow burn. Like that has moments where like
Yeah.
nothing will happen for half an hour because it's
There's not a lot of
setting,
action in it.
But also
It's
just
building up to it.
just trust HBO shows. I mean, Peacemaker. If you can watch a whole Peacemaker show, you could watch a whole Penguin show. HBO, and HBO,
You really want to taste
they put
it.
out some. HBO puts out some of the best shows ever, like Sopranos. You have Succession,
That's
Barry.
the Idol. We ignore that one.
Yeah, we don't talk about that, but so I wouldn't be worried about, it doesn't seem like it's enough episodes because HBO knows what they're doing with episodes. They put a lot into it.
Long
I mean, they put out a band of
they should be long episodes.
Put it this way, Barry had 8 episode seasons, and
Very
Barry's one of
short,
the best shows I've ever seen. So,
and that's only 30-minute episodes, right?
Yeah, and they did it in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
They told a great story, 30-minute episodes. Barry.
Yeah, like HBO, when it comes to entertainment, like if you have that HBO label, like it's a 80 to 90% chance that show's gonna be good. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna. It's like I can say that, like, just
exactly, RJ. I trust Matt Reeves. Anything Matt Reeves involved with, even outside of the Batman. The Planet of the Apes.
He's gonna cook.
One of the most underrated trilogies.
Wait, what have we got to let Matt Reeves do? What's the most important thing we let Matt Reeves do? No, what is it?
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like he's about to, like, once again, he's about to take over everything that's Batman, like including like the Batman Brave and the Bold stuff. So, like, I'm just saying, let him do whatever he wants to do, bro. Like,
I have my concerns about that one.
I don't like that. But that's another thing. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I've always wanted to say this, RJ. This display picture is very, like, uniquely strange. It's just like Chosen and Johnny look very. It just look. Yeah, I don't know. It's just on a side note. It just yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this show. And I think it's going to be one of them shows where what makes a great show like The Sopranos or Breaking Bad, or anything like that, is when you look at the show as a whole and you look at the moments where shit hits the fan and you're like, that was earned. And then when you rewatch it back, you're like, I actually appreciate that they took their time to get to this, because then it makes the payoff all the
and it stays with you. You're thinking about it for a while.
Hank's death in Breaking Bad, when you get to that, God, it hits. But
And then,
5 seasons,
like, if the show is good, I will buy this on Blu-ray. If the show is good, like,
If it's trash, it's gonna.
You already know me enough.
Yeah, I already know you enough. I mean, hell, with a bandana squad. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be solid, and I'm looking forward to get like them exploring other characters that aren't like the ones that everyone just gloms onto. So I think for a while this will be comic book nerds turning up. But I'm hoping that once it's said and done, word of mouth will spread, and then other people will watch it and tune in, or someone may go, you know what? I might check this out. And then they'll get more invested in like, oh, this is part of the Batman universe. Sick. And then they'll start looking at other characters. Because we really need to I know we're going to talk about this, but we really need to show the powers that be. I love Batman dearly. I really do. But it's not all about Batman.
Can we do something else? Please.
Batman has so
anything
many
else.
characters.
Please.
Batman has so many good characters.
Hey, I hate to say this, but like, we can also like not have Harley Quinn appear in this series either. Like, please don't.
I do
like,
not want to see a mention or iota of Harley Quinn in this at all. I'm talking a cameo or an Easter egg.
I'm gonna be quite frank.
No more Joker, please.
If Harley Quinn makes an appearance in the Matt Reeves universe, I'm dumping it. Like, nope, I'm done.
Because you know damn well it's not Matt that wants it. It's not anyone that's on this show that wants it. It's Warner Brothers going, hey, you know what would make this even sweeter? Let's put Harley Quinn in this. It's like, no, you just had her over there. Leave this as its own. Leave it alone.
Yeah, like she was literally the face of the DCEU, which is a whole problem.
We're bad guys, Miss what we do. My egg sandwich, Mr. J. Shut up.
Egg sandwich.
It's like, I love you, Harley Quinn, but no, like, thank you, Batman animated series, for giving it.
It's like what X-Men did with Mystique. It's like, yeah, she's cool, but she's not the poster. Stop it! Like, stop. Better in moderation. And we do not need the Joker in this either.
Please, no more. If I see the Joker in this, dude,
I love them dearly. I really do. But
Call that, by the way.
The Joker, I'm sick of. Like, enough. Like, enough now.
Call that, by the way. Just want to say that. Call that. Yeah.
What'd you say, Dan?
said I called that the Joker was going to be in this universe when you guys said it wasn't going to happen.
I mean, we knew he would be. I didn't.
Well,
Well,
I knew he
obviously
would
he was
be.
gonna
I
be in
just
the
hoped they
universe.
would save him for a bit later on.
Yeah.
But like,
Nope.
they had no
As
restraint.
soon as I heard,
One
as
of
soon as I heard that line, I'm like,
Warner Brothers probably like, yo, Matt.
It actually annoys me that you're
Be
right.
the Joker in here for like 30 seconds.
It actually annoys
like-
me that you're right, Danny. It actually annoys me.
It's too
I
many.
know my
Jokers.
boy. I know my boy. That's what it is. Like I know this universe, bro. Like
It actually annoys
listen,
me.
I
You're right.
just want everybody to know this. Anytime when you get a Batman project, it's in your contract that you have to have the Joker in it. Like it's just a mandate. And you just,
You'll have Harley Quinn.
it's like it's just a mandate. So that's why I just say if I was to make up a Batman project, I was like, okay, I'll put the Joker in
This
on.
morning, yeehaw, woo! Gotcha. Yeah.
But okay, enough about our good friend
I
Penguin.
don't
Let's
want to talk about
switch it up.
Batman anymore. Let's talk about someone else that actually deserves.
We're gonna take this to Metropolis. So
This pissed me off. This
What I
pissed me
did-
off. This right here, when I saw this, I sent it to you boys. This pissed me off. I'm sorry. I don't like
Marius,
this.
just jump, just get in there, just
Get
go
in
for it.
there.
I mean,
So my
can I at least introduce it first before
Yeah, go
like
on,
you
man.
get
Go
all
ahead.
that?
Go ahead,
Get the
Danny.
formality
My
out of the
bad,
way.
bro.
Ugh.
I'm just a bad
Like,
bro. Because
okay, the second part of the segment, second part of the segment is yes, RJ. We're not gonna screw Superman. He's a good character. He's the one. The reason.
Impossible, but it was Karen.
DC's already
Yeah.
screwing Superman. What are you talking about?
Yeah. But we're gonna talk about how Superman Legacy is somewhat like the studio is not happy with it right now,
RJ, stop
allegedly,
being
whatever. But we also have
edgy
the reason why Superman and Lois is getting canceled is because of Superman Legacy. So, Darius, now the floor is yours, sir.
Listen, I'm just gonna come out and play. I understand on paper why they make this decision. You want to get rid of the CW shows, even though let's be real, Superman and Lois is not really the same as all
It's
the rest
not.
of the CW shows. It's not even
Really
the same.
is.
Not even the same universe.
They made
as
that
CW shows.
distinction very. The minute Arrowverse started dying off, they made that distinction very clear.
Oh no,
They're like,
this
bro,
is
it's
different.
not even the same universe. But
Not saying either.
like, and that's RJ. That's the problem. So the reasoning is allegedly they don't want this to compete with Superman Legacy, but you're gonna have
That's your own movie.
Batman Part 2 and The Brave and the Bold come out within like a year and a half of each other. That shit doesn't make any sense. You're gonna have two Batmans, but somehow two Superman's a problem. Why stop there? Why not cancel My Adventures with Superman 2? Because that's another Superman show. Why not cancel or cancel the Batman TV show you're making too? There's like, why are you? I don't understand the reasoning. Like, if you're you're being hypocritical here. If you're gonna do that, then either allow Superman and Lois to finish the story the way they want to finish the story, or you should cancel one of the two Batman movies you're gonna make because you're competing with yourself and you're gonna confuse the hell out of the casual audience. Like, you think they're gonna be like, yeah, so
Warner
Pattinson is separate from this other version of Bat. Like, bro, my aunt, she went to go see the Batman, right? She thought that was the same one as Affleck's version, just younger.
I'm not
She's
surprised.
She's not stupid for thinking that because
I'm not
there's
surprised.
so many
There's so much oversaturation at the moment with the same fucking characters. That's why I'm like, leave Batman, Harley Quinn, and the Joker alone. Like, leave them alone. Like, enough at the moment. Enough.
And it's like, you put yourself in this position because, I mean, as much as I like Man of Steel, you fucked Superman up in the DCEU. You did. You killed him off in the second movie, and then you put yourself in this position. We could have had one definitive version of Superman, but you fucked it up. And then Superman and Lois comes along, and it's the best version of
Henry Cavill.
The best version of Superman I've seen in a while. Superman and Lois has the best version. I love Henry Cavill.
It's so good. I had to buy the physical copies for it.
The person being true to the character, Superman and Lois version clears. So now you look petty, like you don't like the fact that Superman and Lois is doing great and people like it. You look petty, like, hey, look at our shit over here. Don't look at that. It's like, You're making.
She's
I
like,
don't think that's what it is.
Dude, you still get money off of it. That's just my thing. You still get money off of it.
It's optics here, and you're shooting yourself in the foot. You could have two great things at once. That's what you want.
I mean, look at us.
But now you're limiting yourself. I don't like, and then you're putting too much pressure on Superman Legacy because,
if there was like you've already got pressure on that movie already, you've just put twice as much on it now.
Because now the fans of Superman and Lois are like, okay, you cancel our shit.
All right, you cancel our show. We're watching you. This movie, it's like I said before. This movie
better
can't to be average. It needs to slap. It has to. Like the amount of pressure they put on it themselves now. They back themselves into a corner where they have no choice but to make it. I don't want to be that guy,
but you see what Marvel did. They put Fantastic Four right next to Superman Legacy.
And you got even more pressure now.
Fantastic Four has the bigger stars in it, so that's more of a draw. I'm sorry, it just is.
Now we've seen the underdog overtake the popular.
It can happen.
It can happen, but Warner, like the cards aren't in your favor at the moment. They really aren't.
You're putting too much pressure on the movie that's going to launch. The reason Iron Man worked is because no one had any expectations for Iron Man, and it blew everyone away.
None.
Yeah,
and it's still one of the best.
Not the case anymore. Like people expect this movie to be great, rightfully so. There's a lot of great talent involved with it. I think it's going to be good, but
good might not be good.
Good might not be good enough anymore. It will be for me, but
especially for like the most iconic superhero of all time. Like, I mean, let's just keep Batman and Spider-Man. I know we could go back and forth all day.
I don't like SW. I don't like Warner. Bottom line, I don't like Warner Brothers. Yeah, we can oversaturate Batman, but we can't oversaturate anyone else. Like that doesn't make sense.
And this is the thing. I want them to also remember this, that I know Fantastic Four's casted some 4 A-listers. Like essentially they have. Like I know the guy that played A, you could look at it and say, oh, he's an A. Come on. His fan base is like through the fucking roof. So the one thing I don't want them to focus on is, okay, they've got all these A-list actors. That means, we've got to start panicking and hit the reset button. No.
Yeah.
Eternals had A-list actors.
Didn't work.
Just saying. Like, so don't add that pressure onto yourselves too. Just focus on telling a good story. You know what? The reason why, to link it back to the Batman quickly, the reason why the Batman is the best comic book movie ever and the best, most faithful, true adaptation of the character, you have every single Batman in that movie. Dare I say it? I'll say it because you'll agree with me, Danny. You've got Adam West in that. You've got him in there. You've got Christian Bale in there. You've got, I don't know what that looks like something else, dude. Jesus. You've got Christian Bale in there.
He's throwing the bomb inside the water. Jeez, get it right, man.
Cooking ish. Shut up.
What a newbie, man.
You've got Christian Bale. You've got Val Kilmer. Like, you can look at Michael Keaton's Batman and you can see it in Pattinson. Like, maybe the way that they use the mystique and the lighting. Ben Affleck, the brutality. Christian Bale, the shirtless scenes. Like, every single Batman is in that movie. They've taken, no, seriously. They've taken what worked and what doesn't, and they put it in one movie. Like they've blended it. They've chopped off what they don't need, and they put in what they need to. So with this movie, you've got Brandon Routh Superman. What worked with that? What didn't? Henry Cavill. What worked? What didn't? Christopher Reeve. What worked? What didn't? You've got a mishmash of all of the legacy of the character. So you've literally. I have no idea. Tell this.
You know what? There's a. Trust me where I'm going with this. There's a
that was an awkward transition.
There's a given in the NFL that they say you don't lose your job because of an injury ever. That's kind of how it feels for Superman and Lois right now. Superman and Lois, it's a great show, but not everybody watched it because of the CW stuff. It's been off for a while, so it's kind of like on like an injury reserve right now.
Yeah,
and now they have the new, star quarterback they drafted, which is Superman, the new Superman movie with James Gunn directing, and then they're firing Superman and Lois because it is
Alex Smith and Patrick Mahomes, Drew Bledsoe and Tom Brady.
Drew Bledsoe and Tom. That's
I have no idea what these guys are on about.
But and it's
I can see where you're going.
It's not fair. It's not fair for the whole. Even the Superman and Lois was shit, but it was still on. It's not fair for that whole team. All those actors, the creators, for them to lose their job because, we're making another Superman movie. And when they're so hypocritical.
They've got two
Batmans, which I hate so much, though. But that's
and they've got two Jokers at once.
But the difference is Superman
83.
and Lois is already an established show loved by fans, and you're just
Yeah.
like, whatever, we're moving on. What?
Just let it carry
That's
on.
not
Nobody
how it
can.
works. That shouldn't be how it works. Like
And I'm glad you
all
said that.
they're losing their job. All the fans are losing the show they love because because they want to make another movie about Superman.
People
But there's
are
two Batmans. Like it's ridiculous.
Double standard.
people are forgetting the human piece of it. Like people actually do work on these shows, guys. Like this is just the actors either. You got like the crew in the background.
I've said it a million times. When you watch a movie or show, you see that credits. I mean, I know you don't stay for credits, Danny. The movie's done. You go home. In general, the average person, those credits
in the new movie.
let me finish. Those credits that you see at the end, that long list of people, that's how many people worked on the movie. Like those people are now out of a job.
Yeah.
And this was their big opportunity, their big chance. Like, hey, this show was. I mean, even if people don't really watch, it's still a big budget TV show. Like when you're trying to get another job in Hollywood, people do pay attention to that.
But then you're going to be remembered as the people that worked on that canceled Superman show.
Yeah, and then like when something's canceled, it doesn't matter why it's canceled. It doesn't matter if it was your fault or not. It just says canceled. They don't. People don't.
It doesn't matter if your show was great or not or whatever. It just that you were on it.
It's like when you get fired.
It's the freaking
job. When you get fired at your job, it might not be. You might have got fired because they can't pay you, like because they're not making enough. But if you get fired, that's a negative stigma around it. You just got fired.
Also, that show, if you saw the ending of the previous season, you know that show was just getting started.
It was
like,
not.
It was not. It's going some crazy places.
Basically, you got.
It's going to some crazy places, and to end it short, it's just not fair.
It's gonna be rushed.
I was actually going to consider rewatching it.
Yeah. It's gonna be rushed probably.
Okay.
I'm sorry. So, much I love the Flash. If the show like the Flash, which is bad after like season 3, can go on for 9 seasons. Superman and Lois getting what 3?
Hell, Legends of Tomorrow went on for 6. Like fucking.
It's inexcusable. Like inexcusable.
From my point, the thing is, like, I get like if it was an Arrowverse show, I get it because half those shows all of them are fucking trash. But because this was an HBO owned thing, you could just keep it in the freaking Elseworlds category. Why have it if you're not going to use it?
Like fans are smarter than people think. People are like, oh, they're gonna get confused. No, they're not.
And even if they are, they're already confused. Like, there's no argument there. Like, it's like we're already confused. We already got people thinking
not confusing than
Batman.
Two different Batmen running around at the same fucking time. Like,
and the thing with the Batmans though is they're making a new one. This is already an established show of Superman. People already know what's going on. Like, you can't keep it.
Yeah.
It's
a bad double standard.
Okay, so my thing is this. I think Superman Legacy will probably do pretty well or whatever because I know James Gunn is good with like characters that are not like established, but I think he knows what's riding on this movie, and so
he does.
I think James Gunn will like surprise us or whatever, like because like if I'm looking at the casting, he got it correct. Like there is no like out of like
even the casting for the other characters looks spot on. Like it's
that's what I'm saying. He got like everything casted or whatever. It looks like the world is set or whatever. So it's just like I said. I've been like the number one guy saying like, okay, if this movie doesn't do good, I don't know what else to say for DC or whatever. Like you should pack it up or stop doing movies or whatever. But now for the human element of I'm sad that Superman and Lois is like getting canceled because hey
wait,
that's
what
business
season?
or
3,
4.
It's going into 4, right?
Yes, season 4.
Even I know, like I haven't watched the show, but season 5 and 6 is like the peak of where a show will hit, and then that'll be like the as we've seen.
These 3, I mean, like
halfway through their original plan. I think they're gonna go for 6.
Like the first 3 seasons were amazing, bro. Like I was like, man, did they get the Superman correct? Like,
So good.
hold on, wait a minute.
It's
How is this
probably
better than Man of Steel?
it's the
3 has
best. It's the best modern adaptation of Superman.
And
that
I've
in
heard
my.
that
It's
If
like
you guys haven't watched
it
My
literally,
Avengers,
it
watch that too.
literally reminded me of Superman the animated series. Like it
Yeah,
literally
yeah,
did.
yeah.
Like it
Like
reminded me of
another
Superman
season
the
of
animated.
that. Yeah, like if Superman had
Yeah, it's like yeah,
If they
basically,
could
it's
keep with
basically
it,
right after like Superman is like cool with the Justice League or whatever, but he has his family life too,
yeah.
like that he's dealing with or whatever. So I mean, I think you can. Me personally, if I was in charge of Warner Brothers, I would still have Superman and Lois. Hey,
I
that's
think
extra revenue for us or whatever. But like, we definitely want to get Superman to be where he needs to be.
But
Because
sure,
let's just be honest with ourselves.
them keeping the show alive would actually help the movie because then you're actually
Yeah,
funneling a crowd straight into it. That way,
Look,
like it's
yeah,
like
look
the
at
Kevin Conroy thing. Like, there's a Batman for everyone. Like, you
look
don't
at what Marvel.
necessarily.
Look at what Marvel's doing with
there's
X Men
never been a bad Superman
Yeah,
though. That's just the thing. It's just there's been bad Superman movies, but never a bad Superman or whatever. So,
And
Yeah.
that's what's annoying.
uh,
Is like freaking Tom Welling, great. Brandon Routh, great.
Brandon
Tyler
Routh
Hoechlin,
was
Ralph
amazing.
great.
underrated.
Henry
Brandon
Cavill.
Ralph underrated.
They've had great castings. They just keep fucking it up. Like it's like, how many times are you going to do it? Like, just stop it. And this one, you could have just kept this one going. I
Yeah.
haven't
Superman.
read anyone that has a bad word to say about Superman and Lois at all.
Small but
Pre-
loyal fan
Pre
base.
pre Arrow, like in Arrowverse, oh for sure. But like in just its own thing, no.
Yeah, because
Also, I
like
can tell you, it's two very different Superman. Like the
Yeah.
James Gunn one is a very young
Young.
Superman. This
Yeah.
is a dad
Yeah.
Superman in this show. Like it's two
Yeah.
completely
That's
different
like
stories
kids.
into it.
It's you know.
Yeah.
if you think about it, it's just basically like they're playing with Batman Brave and the Bold and the Batman.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
like
young
Batman
Batman
is the
and an
dad
old
in this
Batman
movie.
with a kid. It's
Yeah.
the same thing.
It's the same exact thing. You're right. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's the same thing.
This shows, bro. Why can Batman get away with stuff that no one else can in DC, bro? Batman gets-
Favoritism.
it's like,
Money. It's all
I'm
about
like,
money.
Show me the
listen.
money.
What's irritating me about Warner Brothers is it's like, dude, you have the number one hero, the one who started all this stuff. There is no Marvel or DC without Superman. Like this is a straight up fact, and you're mistreating him. You cannot do this. You need to understand. There is a big fan basis for Superman. There's a lot of people that love Superman.
they've
I
been doing
mean,
it. They've been mistreating him ever since Man of Steel came out. Where the hell was Man of Steel
Oh,
2?
that's a great point. I've just looked it up, and I don't know how much you guys followed the Arrowverse, but someone left a comment here. When the Suicide Squad was about to come out, Arrow was forced to kill off Deadshot and Amanda Waller. Like it's like the
Yeah.
Fox X-Men thing all over again. It's like you can't use
Yeah.
these toys, so we'll kill you off. It's
Unless
like
you're Batman.
yeah,
unless you're Batman, you're
Unless
fine.
you're
Like,
Batman. He's a favorite child.
he's a favorite child.
He
It's
basically,
like,
no, it really is. It's literally like Warner Brothers has 3 kids, well, more kids, but the 3
I
main
mean,
kids.
I'm gonna
Batman,
keep it a book. I'm gonna keep it a book. It's because I have to say it's because of Batman the animated series, man. It's the reason why you got so much of big fan bases from like Marvel and DC. That show got everybody into like the comic book universe or whatever. So
But
yeah,
I'm just tired of Superman being disrespected. Warner Brothers has been doing this since
ages.
2013,
yeah,
since Man of Steel. Man of Steel 2 should
Yeah.
have been its own movie. We shouldn't have got BVS before we got Man of Steel 2. I don't know what the hell they were thinking with that. But here we
They,
are.
they don't have trust in Superman. They don't have
They
trust
don't.
in
Yeah.
the
And
main
it's so
guy.
weird. Like I won't be surprised if
Yeah.
they move Legacy because they don't think it can be Fantastic Four. I think they're gonna move it. They're gonna move it.
yeah,
Like,
I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't be.
they don't
Yeah.
trust the movie at
And
all.
Marvel knows what they're doing. Like,
I
know
mean,
Marvel
really.
wants Warner Brothers and DC to win, but part of me thinks this was done out of pettiness because you're getting Marvel's first family. Everyone knows the Fantastic Four. You've got Pedro
Versus
in
the
there,
first hero.
Kirby. Like the names are selling it alone.
If we're being real, Superman should totally win by far in that battle.
You
I
should.
yeah.
Good.
It won't,
It won't
but
be
it should.
But,
It's the
BVS
world.
BVS got beat by
we're
No.
to be fair, like for both companies, like this is just me. Like, seeing as superhero movies haven't been doing so well either. Like, you got to factor that in. Will
Yep.
a lot of people show up to at the same time? Like, it don't matter who you're
What happens
supporting for
with,
Marvel
But
or DC.
also
this is what
on
happens when
that point,
business becomes more important than art.
Well, we'll all be there for both. I mean,
yeah.
I'm gonna be
Well,
there for both.
on that point, Danny, if you
business is
ask
more important than art. That's what it is.
if you ask casual fans who know like superhero movies aren't doing too well, if you ask them what the casual fans, what movie are you going to see, Superman or Fantastic Four? I think majority would say Superman because Fantastic Four, while everyone in the comic book, community knows who they are.
Their
I think a
movies have
lot
been
of casuals, a lot of casuals either think their
0 and
movies suck
4. That's
and they
all I'm
don't
gonna
and they
say.
don't
0 and
and they
4.
don't know who they are. Superman, everybody knows, and it'll probably be
part of the big
promoted a
three.
shit ton.
See,
Superman will
I
probably
think I think this is where James Gunn is gonna be doing a lot of his marketing, saying like, "Hey guys, if you love Guardians of the Galaxy,
Yeah.
you're definitely gonna love my stuff, like with
I-
Superman or whatever."
Every trailer is gonna say from the director
The
of
creator of
Guardians
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
plaster that. They're gonna plaster
Yeah.
that everywhere. And look,
They
I
should.
have. It's not that this movie needs to be a 10 out of 10 or whatever else, but I need it to be good. I really do. I'm gonna be that
It
entitled
needs to
fan.
be good. That's
Put it this way: this movie being good hit like the universe that they're building with DCU and characters getting their shine. Like, let's say Flash down the road, the Green Lantern characters. It hinges on this movie being good. It
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
does. If there wasn't pressure on it
It'll set
before,
the
it is
tone.
now.
It's gonna set the
It's
tone.
their
for the
Iron
future.
Man, but there's
Yeah.
actual pressure on them this time because there's expectations.
Like
Yeah.
there's a lot that James has done and a lot that I'm not a huge fan of, but one thing I can attest to is he's gone in there and he's shut shit down. Like, he's like, you know what, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm going to do. And it's not an easy task. Like, the DC have a back catalog of 20 years of fuckery. Like, and that's
It's
this is
like-
the difference between DC and Marvel over the last 20 years. Yes, DC has the Dark Knight trilogy, but other than that, what else do they have? Marvel, yes, they have inconsistent timelines and whatever before pre-MCU, but they had Spider-Man, they had Fantastic Four, they had frickin' X-Men, and some of those movies slapped. Like, DC,
Yeah.
apart from one trilogy.
I mean,
You gotta go back to the 70s for Superman for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like
Superman 4 is another
89 and 80, like the Batman stuff in the
early
80s and the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mid-90s.
Like, because my thing is this, like, the power dynamics switches or whatever. So, like, to me, like I said, like, I don't know if either movie is gonna be like, oh my gosh, like, Fantastic Four, oh my gosh, Superman Legacy. It, you get what I'm saying or whatever?
Yeah, no, I
like,
hear I hate it.
Honestly,
I
I think both will do well. I don't think there's gonna be much of a
I
competition.
think both will do well.
I really
But, like,
Go ahead.
Superman should. I'm gonna put it this way: Superman should win. I'll say it like
It
that.
should, yeah.
He
I mean,
should
I'm really
win.
hoping
Like,
that this is the beginning of DC and Marvel being neck and neck. Please,
At the same time, for once.
please,
instead of
if they can both
Yeah.
slap at the same time, oh my, yes, that's what we need. I'm tired of DC getting dogged all over, and there's no
And-
better time than now because Marvel are all over the gaff. Like,
And
And
DC
DC already has a head start, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're starting over. They don't have to keep
Because-
going with the same
Yeah.
continuity.
Because the thing is, it's like
already
people
done
love the Peacemaker stuff. People love like the Superman and Lois stuff. Like, DC got hits. It's just like, they just don't have like
Yeah,
one dude that has that visionary
had
or whatever.
we're
They don't
fans
have
of
the
both.
universe. They,
we're
they don't.
fans
They don't
of
have the universe.
DC,
Yeah.
but what I
And-
want, Marvel has gotten complacent. They really
They need-
have, and Warner
they need
Brothers
something-
can't get their head on straight. Like, if we can get both of these companies in sync,
Yeah.
not only will we be eating good, the characters will be getting their shine. We
This is
won't be
why I
getting
don't
shit
understand why
like
people you can prefer whatever universe you want. People that they
fine.
hate DC or they hate Marvel. It's like you should
They're
want
both-
both to be good.
right. I'm
Because
going to say this to every
It's
single
not.
nerd that has ever picked up a comic or hasn't picked up a comic. I hate to break it to you, but Marvel and DC are the same.
They need each other. They
Deadpool.
literally
They
do.
need each other.
Deadpool,
'Cause I'ma
Deathstroke,
tell you
Iron
straight
Man,
up.
Batman, Black Cat, Catwoman.
Even
I'm telling you
James
straight up right now.
Feige-
Copy
I'm
paste, bro.
Feige,
Plastic
telling you
Man,
straight
Mr.
up right now.
Fantastic,
These-
elongated
These
man.
Japanese people then took over your whole entire universe. Like, seriously, like, they came over to America. They basically said, "Screw those comics, pick up a manga." That's
Exactly.
basically
Oh.
what they did. like the thing is, like the superhero movie in America is kind of dead right now, and it just needs a little bit of like
Madam Web will save us.
It needs Superman. That's exactly what it needs. It
they
needs
need.
Superman.
That's
The
what I'm
world
saying. It's
needs
like,
Superman.
listen,
Yeah.
I love DC. I love Marvel, but like I'm just keeping it a book. I'm seeing more and more and more anime fans that are TCK's age or lower, bro. Like I don't see them like running around with like with like Superman or Batman. Like they'll run around with Spider-Man shirts or whatever, but I'm seeing them wearing like Jujutsu Kaisen, Naruto, freaking Goku, and all them, dude. Like it was like totally different when it was when I was younger or whatever.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like I'm just keeping it a book. It's like you got the anime industry coming into America and like literally just say like
Yeah, even
move
I can
aside,
accept that.
we'll show you how to do it and everything. Because obviously you don't get
You don't
your
know
fans
what the
like
hell
we
you're
do
doing.
and everything. You don't know what you're doing, and both sides are messing up. It's Marvel and DC, and like
Part
it's
of the
like
reason they don't
Darius said,
do
like
it is
you
because they're
need both
hiring
to
people
like
to compare.
yeah
That's the problem.
Think of it like
yeah.
think of it like this: when somebody puts out a bad, when either Marvel or DC puts out a bad movie, it's
It's
like
damaging both.
you're damaging the comic book brand when you do that.
Yep.
And that's
you're
why I
damaging
fucking
it.
hate Sony. That's why I fucking hate Sony because they're doing it tenfold.
I
with
swear
this
to
shit.
God, like
Jesus.
how many years have we put up with Warner Brothers, Disney, DC? How many years have we had enough now? Imagine if we get Warner Brothers and MCU like in sync with each other, and Sony still being the problem child.
They can just fuck off at that point. Just
Sony's
Like
got it.
we're not because we're not dealing with Fox
Sony's got to
anymore.
go, man.
Like
Fox out
Fox,
of the picture.
like Fox
That's
aren't a
what
Well,
they
problem
do.
anymore.
the thing is,
I'm glad.
Sony's that
Tony,
weird
I'm
cousin,
telling you,
bro.
you are the last line. Like I know things are a
Apple.
bit shitty with Marvel at the
Apple.
moment,
but the thing is,
but they'll
Apple,
get it
please
no, no,
soon.
no,
buy.
no, no.
Apple, please stop it.
The
Apple,
thing
please
is,
buy it. Please, bro.
the thing
Please.
about Sony is Sony like you may hate that they're making like live action movies, but they are smart when it comes to like putting out their stuff, so like they can get money off of it. Like I can't knock their bag, man. And also they bought up like half the anime industry, so like they're smart by staying in business. Like I hate I even have to give them a
I hate
compliment,
that
but
you're
like
right. I hate that you're right.
Hey, Sony's that weird cousin that's rich. They had all the money. But
It's
nobody
cousin
liked
Louis.
him.
this is what,
It's cousin
Yeah.
Louis. That's what it is.
Cousin Louis,
Sony
yeah.
is cousin
like,
Louis.
no,
Sony
dude,
is
they, you just see Warner Brothers and Disney like fighting, and then you see Sony like, "Hey, what's going on,
You know, like,
guys? Hey, like,
comparison, you know, like smartphones. You've got Apple. You got Samsung. Sony is BlackBerry. Okay, it's the
well, they
problem.
got their own technology.
The one child that no one wants that just won't fuck off. Like it's like go away.
Hey, they got good
It's like
electronics though.
you have an iPhone or I have a Google Pixel. A what?
What?
Who are you?
Who are you, sir?
Google Nexus. A
Jesus, what in the Jane Harden is happening over there?
Oh man. But now I'm actually watching Dragon Ball.
Ah!
Yeah, Superman Legacy.
Yeah, man.
I hope it's good.
Yeah.
I can't
that's
stress
just
it
how
enough.
I
I
feel.
really want it. It's not because I'm putting pressure on this film and it's my expectations. I want this movie to be good. I want to come out of this saying, "Holy shit, that blew me away." Please, please.
Dude, it's like, dude,
More of this
you
shit.
want Marvel and you want to be able, like, I want you guys to be able, I want all of us to be able to pass down this stuff to our kids and like say like, hey, this is what it was like. Me, American
I was
kids
there
liking
when Marvel
Batman and
Phase 4
Superman and
happened.
Spider Man. That's how it is.
And they were competing with Warner Brothers. Like, I want to see that, you know? And especially with this new era of Marvel we're coming into, if they can get their stuff in sync at the same time Warner Brothers do, we're eating good. But they have to trust the process.
They got egos.
Canceling Superman and Lois is not the way.
Yeah.
That's
it's
not
the
the
ego, but it's their egos. That's what it is. Like, you know.
What does canceling the show accomplish? Like, how does it make your life
Imagine
easier?
if this show was canceled. Like, Jesus.
You know what I just realized, boys?
What?
We haven't even talked about Madam Web yet.
Oh, fuck.
I was looking at the list and I was like,
I know RJ's on his way home, so he'll probably join in at a point. Now, look, go on, Danny, set it up. Set it up.
Hold on, I need to take a swig of water for the work.
Let's just get this shitstorm out of the way. I just fucking You see, this movie,
I just want to say one
this
thing.
movie is so asinine. I'm not even giving it a Madam Web background. I'm giving it a picture of the comic. It doesn't. I don't want that
Okay,
shit
listen,
backing up
listen.
my heart.
Like,
Sorry.
I just want to say one thing. Um, my name is Danny, and I survived Madam Web.
Oh
Like,
right. What? Do you know what this
I
is? This is the Arrowverse intro. It's like after 5 years in hell, I return home with
like,
one goal, save my
all I
stream.
just gotta, all I just gotta say is point to point to where the doll
No,
was.
no,
Where
no,
it
no,
was.
no, no,
This messed up my mind. This messed up my
All right, let's
mind.
talk about Gail Bedecker.
All right, you know what? I'm coming up with a new thing. Whenever we talk about something shitty, I'm putting on these glasses. I'm calling them the shitty glasses.
Do you know what? You
Cyclops.
look like that guy from Star Trek. You know the one? Hey, what's that
Oh,
guy from
so he's
Star
making
Trek?
fun of Cyclops. I got
Yeah,
it. Oh, dude. Okay. I guess I'll go first because, like,
Well, let
listen.
me just get my stuff out of the way because I haven't actually seen it because you see the thing is, guys, I've had a
Consider
rough
yourself
year.
lucky.
I just don't feel like subjecting myself to torture is just a good use of my time. I just don't feel like I feel there's things I would rather be doing. Madam Web still is something I'm not going to watch because I just know. When you watch enough movies and shows, you just know. This movie looked like hot dog water the minute I looked at it, and I just couldn't be freaking arsed. It looked like Spider-Man cosplay at best, with fancy fireworks and trippy camera angles and weird edgy behaviors. For once, I know the edgy guy saying he doesn't like edgy. I know, plot twist. But this looked like shit. I'm not surprised that it's getting ragged on, and I kind of just like the fact that I've conserved my money, and I haven't subjected myself to this. So you guys roast the hell out of this movie. Spoiler warning, not that there's much to be spoiled from what I've heard. So spoil away, cook, talk as much as you wish, sandbag it. Danny, go off. Almost said queen then instead of king. Go off.
So I'm just gonna say one thing. If you expect that this is
Yeah,
gonna be a superhero movie, it's not.
You're
It,
very
it there's
wrong.
no super there is no superhero movie whatsoever. There's just nothing going on. Like literally, it is an hour and 48 minutes of nothing. I don't know how you managed to do the doing nothing, but it happened. Like there's nothing. Like there's nothing. I mean, there's no plot. There's no there's
go
no
on, queen.
superheroes. There's no superheroes whatsoever. Like literally, the trailer with the superhero girls or whatever that was. It's all a future vision.
They
This
should
movie
be.
was so
They should be in
this
jail.
movie was
Sony
yeah this movie was so bad. They couldn't afford to put them ladies in superhero costumes. That's how bad it was. Like
Well, I'm
I,
glad
I,
I didn't see this movie. I watched Iron
oh
Claw.
my,
That movie was freaking amazing. Carry on.
that is a beautiful movie. It's a man movie. Gives you man
I mean,
tears. Push
the
hairs
minute
on your
you watch
nuts.
it, and it
Just
just beats you down again and
What
again
movie?
and again and
Iron
again.
Claw.
Iron Claw.
But that's
Oh,
that's
yeah.
that's a
Oh,
great
that's-
movie. We're
We
not
should
talking
talk about that next soon.
Next
Mhm.
week.
next
Yes.
week.
I'll
Next week.
put that on next week. What else? Yeah, nothing. There was nothing in this movie. It was nothing. How do you manage to make a movie of nothing? The, like the characters were doing nothing. They were walking in the forest. Nothing. The only good thing about this movie was like the eye candy. That's about it.
Oh, that wasn't even good.
Yeah.
And that wasn't even good.
In some cases, it was. Directors didn't do it. Directors didn't do
Sorry,
it.
Danny, you look like the teacher that sat in class. Your student, like I don't know, Bob, has given you the same assessment sheet back, and you've constantly told him how to improve for like 8 times, and he still hasn't. And you're just like, where do I go?
Bob,
with
I give up on you. Just like I gave up on this movie. How does Morbius I want to know, like, chat.
More
Can I get
BS.
an amen on this? How does Morbius like ends up being a better storyline than Madam Web? Like, please. And guess what? There's more. This ain't even in the Spider-Man universe. This ain't even in not a Spider-Man universe. It's in its own universe. So hey, if you're Toby, Tom, or Andrew, you struck out. You were good. You don't have to worry about it. It was so bad. It didn't even get into the Morbius verse. But we can go back and forth with this movie. Who wants to I'm throwing the alley. Whoever wants to catch it, like whoever wants to catch it.
I think I'll go because I'm unfortunately
Fresh
I am
off.
one.
I said he was a teacher that got pissed off at his student. Darius, you genuinely look like a troubled war veteran. Like you look like you've been in the emotional trenches, bro.
I'm
fresh
one of
out.
the unlucky. I'm one of the unlucky 16 people on the
Jesus,
planet.
he
that's
looks.
seen it.
So Darius, tell us how you survived Morbius. Like we need to know.
Okay, so going into this movie, I knew it was gonna be shit. As soon as the first trailer came, no, as soon as the movie was announced, like 3 years ago, I was like, "What the fuck is this? Why are we doing this?" And then I saw the trailer. Then I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be dog shit." But I had low expectations because Morbius came out, and that was the first Venom 2 was dog shit. Morbius was worse than that, so I was like,
Oh,
"There's no way they make
that's
it."
shit enough, but Jesus.
There's no way they make anything worse than like Morbius, right? Like at least they're gonna make
How
something.
low can the bar go?
It keeps getting lower. It keeps getting worse. But
Fuck off, man.
and then I saw all the reviews
Fuck off,
and everything
Phil.
people were saying. I was like, I had my expectations. And I know some things that happened in the movie before I saw it. I know a lot of the plot already. I was like, I have to see this shit for myself. I made a mistake. I shouldn't have watched that shit.
Do you know what?
I
Is
gotta
this
watch
that
it.
line from? Is that line from Spider? Spider was like, "I made a mistake."
I did. I made a mistake.
My back.
Because when my expectations for this movie were in hell, I literally thought there was like I had no expectations. I tried to give the movie credit for literally anything. The first scene has the dumbest dialogue, the worst direction.
Don't you want to
I've
know
ever
why
seen
they
in
call
my
me the
life.
Rider?
Dialogue, bro.
No, you see the fucking camera zoom in? Look, if Ezekiel Sims
Yes.
is talking, the camera goes like this on his fucking film. What the fuck are we doing?
Dude, about that, Darius, did you notice that his audio was off throughout the whole entire movie?
Bro, it sounded like you recorded that shit in a fucking
Yeah,
bathroom.
the ADR, bro.
I'm so
It was
glad.
so bad.
His mouth was not moving.
Dog, when I tell you this is the Ezekiel Sims is the worst villain I've ever seen in my life. His dialogue does not. You can see his mouth moving. It doesn't fit what he's fucking saying. They
That's that I have to give the Marvel
Sometimes he
credit.
didn't even move, bro.
Yeah.
Wow,
It sounds like he's in the bathroom. Like he could be like running and jumping, and he sounds like he's in a fucking recording studio in this fucking mom's basement. Like the editing is awful. There's literally a scene where you can't tell what the fuck is going on. It looks like
Yeah.
Madam Web is getting into the car to help somebody out of it, and she's like, the camera breaks the 180 roll. Where if you know what the 180 roll is, you can't have the camera like move around the character like that because it makes it look like they're in two places at once. But the movie does that more than once, and you're like, what the fuck is even happening? It's from a technical level, like the editing's bad, dialogue feels AI. It feels AI
Where
generated.
you could put the argument
probably
of,
was,
oh,
to be
that's just
honest.
that's just how you feel about it. No, there's reasons why we have things to measure film.
Bro, in the first scene,
No.
she's literally like, "Yeah, these spiders, they're so hard to get. They're so elusive. They give you all these superpowers. Like, why
Really?
the hell? Who the fuck talks like this?" And then he has a gun put on her.
No one, not even in
and she's
CW, do they talk like that.
She's like, "Don't make this decision.
Jacob,
Don't make this decision, bro. There's a fucking gun pointed at you. No one would ever say, "Don't make this decision" when there's a gun pointed at you. No one shows any emotion. None of the actors give a shit. Dakota Johnson doesn't give a shit at all.
Oh, she.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna.
Dude, I feel
I'm
so bad
sorry
for her.
to
She
all
thought
the
that this
people,
was
like,
an
"Oh, I love
MCU
you,
movie, bro.
Dakota." She's picking up a paycheck.
Like she fired Sydney
How
Sweeney,
big?
like fired the agents because they thought this was an MCU movie. They didn't know that it was a Marvel movie. Oh goodness.
And like it's again, none of the and these actresses are decent actresses. I've seen Dakota Johnson in good things. I've seen Sydney Sweeney do good and stuff. I've seen Isabella Merced be good, but like they I know what happened. They read the script and they just like, okay, you wrote this bullshit, so we're gonna give you bullshit effort because you guys clearly wrote this in a fucking afternoon or some shit. You wrote this in like 3 hours, so we're gonna give you the same effort that you put into writing it. We're gonna give you on the
Did
screen.
it look like
They
a
just
student
extended-
film?
It's worse. I've made better shit than that.
That's insulting the students.
That's an insult to student film, sir.
Yeah.
I've seen better
Wow.
shit made than this on a
I've been
shoestring
in
budget.
a
with
couple.
no money. This is, and then from a story standpoint, where the fuck? Oh my
That
god!
Spider-Man YouTube series is better
What
than
story?
this piece of crap.
Spider-Man
This-
Lotus. Spider-Man Lotus.
yeah,
Better?
Spider-Man Lotus
Yeah.
is ass. That's even better than this.
That's that. That's saying.
Like
a lot.
Danny
You
said,
know it's bad when Chris Stuckman, and I don't want to get too much into it, but you know it's bad when Chris Stuckman wants to go in on it, but he can't. Like
He's
I watched
he's
that video and I
paid
was
for.
like,
You don't want to mess up his check.
this,
luckily we don't do that here. You get unfiltered.
I don't know whose fault this is. I don't know if it's the director's fault or you can tell they butchered this movie in the
What
editing room.
director?
They butchered this movie in the editing room.
Who's the
I don't know.
director?
Reshoots.
Yeah, they
Also, wait,
literally.
hang on. Noah, what great movies did this director direct?
This is their first one.
No. It's the writer of this movie.
Oh, the writer.
Look
sorry.
at the writer of this.
Look at
movie's,
this resume, Danny. Look
Look
at
at
this
this
resume. What
resume.
do
You got
see?
Morbius. You got Power
Dracula
Rangers.
Untold, Power Rangers,
Yeah, just this motherfucker.
Gods of Egypt.
No, let's zoom in on this motherfucker. This
Jesus.
how is this real? I thought this was a joke when I saw it.
How do you make 4 or 5 bad movies in a row? That's an rural record, man. How you do that?
When Danny said there was
You
no
give it out of-
Sony execs should be in fucking prison for false advertisement, bro. Like they showed the super suits or whatever in the trailer. That shit lasts.
There is no superhero.
It's still lasts for 30 seconds, and it's
What?
the fucking future vision.
So
30
now you're
seconds.
lying to
At the
people.
end. At the end, Jacob. At the end.
It's 30 seconds long.
So
No one has any powers in this movie other than Madam Web and the villain. And Madam Web can't even fucking fight. She sees the future, so she's like,
Oh, Jacob.
Well, 30 seconds in this man to
Jesus Christ.
Jacob.
Teacher.
And the villain got killed by product placement.
by a fucking Pepsi sign.
No, I'm
Sorry.
not lying to you.
No, not even a Coca-Cola.
yeah, Pepsi, bro.
Bro, there's literally a scene where someone gives somebody a can of Pepsi and they literally flash it in front of the screen so you can see the Pepsi logo on it.
So it's not even like subtle. It's like Michael Bay, like
Also,
Bud
the
Light.
movie takes place in 2003 for some fucking reason. Well, there is a reason.
No, it
why.
doesn't even seem like it's 2003. Besides,
There's
like
a reason
Beyonce.
why.
They
Let
said
me
that
tell you why.
the director
You know
wanted to play
who's in
top.
this movie? Ben Parker's in this movie. Uncle Ben's in this movie.
Yep.
And so is Mary Parker.
Yep.
Peter Parker's mom. You know who's
No.
born in this
Yeah.
movie? Peter Parker.
Oh no!
But they can't say Peter Parker because they don't have
They
the
never
rights
say
to
he's
this
Peter
movie.
Parker. They always say
Wait,
he
well,
was-
how come they don't have the rights? I thought it's under the same.
no,
Because I think it's like because it's in its own universe and its own universe and its own universe.
Yeah,
Oh, for
They have,
fuck's
like, a
sake.
deal with
Oh,
Disney.
why is this movie existing if you can't even reference who your universe is about?
bro. They
Dude,
I
it's
don't
separate
know.
from the Morbius
This
Hey,
fuck-
I think
Fuck this
I think-
company, man. Fuck off, Sony.
none of these characters have any personality. No, there's nothing to root
They're
for.
just hot.
They're all stereotypes.
Stop. I've had enough of this. Like, no more. Like,
They're just
no
hot.
more.
That's it.
Sydney Sweeney's a shy girl. Isabella Merced's a brainiac, and then Celeste O'Connor is like just basically a dick.
I'm gonna
She's
say
an
what
asshole.
the great man once said. Fuck off, film.
No, I think a good quote
Shout
to
out to
sum
the
up
drinker.
this film. I think a good quote to sum up this film, which is said by The Rock. Are you ready
It's
for
the
this?
biggest piece of dog
It's
shit.
the
I've already
biggest
been-
piece of
go
dog
ahead.
shit I've ever seen.
You know what they do to the famous Spider-Man quote in this movie? So with great
They
power,
figured it.
comes-
Changed it to what I saw. They changed it to.
no,
right?
it is. You know what the line is?
That line
It
is
is.
in there though.
When you take responsibility, great power will come. What? fuck does that even mean? That's the opposite of Spider-Man. Basically saying, hey, if you do something good, you're gonna get good power. You're gonna get power
Sorry.
from it. No.
Sorry, who's
No.
writing this shite?
I can
That
tell
old
you.
man.
What the what?
Matt Sazama.
I don't want to hear anything else about I don't like Sam.
It
That is
sounds like he's Jewish.
tame compared to that.
Oh, if he is, we don't claim him.
There's this awkward ass scenes of the girls learning CPR, but it seems weirdly sexual.
Yes,
Oh,
dude.
nah.
There's a
Really
scene
weird.
where dude, she brought them to the apartment. Jacob, a grown woman brought 3 teenagers to her apartment, bro. Like, and teaching them CPR. Tell me that ain't a bad pawn movie. If it ain't a bad pawn movie, bro. Like, dude,
None of the characters
Now
have.
this is very shoddy work, Pinkman. I'm actually embarrassed for you.
Villain's plan makes no sense. So no, first off, this
What
is
do-
2000. There's this fucking technology where you can scan people's dreams and pull out people's faces from fucking dreams. Like that's
that's
fucking
never
possible.
happened.
I love Inception as much as the next man, but why does everyone think that they're some Christopher Nolan type filmmaker now?
Jacob, literally in the apartment, she was saying like, "This is how you guys do CPR. Like, this is how you guys do CPR. Like,
Do it on camera, Jesus.
Dakota Johnson. She just the way she delivers her lines. Like she doesn't give it. She just reminds me of
dude, she
like the smoker high school girls who like
No one
talk
cares.
Yeah.
They
No
talk
one
like
cares.
no personality. Oh yeah, that's
when
I
she was
smoke.
promoting movies,
why I
she was
value
like, "Yeah, give me all
Adam
this."
Scott.
and I
Adam
think
Scott
throughout
is there
I
for
think
some
throughout the
reason.
movie, all of her co-stars also picked up on that, and they also were like, "I'll talk like this too."
Bro, literally, Sydney
No.
Sweeney literally has a line. I'm not blaming her for this because I couldn't say the shit with a straight face. So she's better than me because I couldn't fucking do it. She's
Is
like,
it
"Oh my
better than
god," she
somehow
literally goes
Palpatine
like
returned?
this. "Oh my god, what's going on?" Like literally in that voice.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
who
That
are
just sent
you?
a
What's going
shiver
on?
up my
Like,
spine.
Dude, the
dude,
villain even said like, there's a point where like Ezekiel said to his assistant, I gave you a lot of money. Make it do it better."
bro, you know what he sounds like when he's fucking talking? I must destroy the girls. I must like he just sounds
Wow,
like
why does
fucking
he sound like a
Batman in the
Death
fucking
Trooper?
bathroom.
It sounds like a
it's-
Death Trooper from Rogue One.
Why are you insulting dead troopers, man? Like, like,
Wow.
The
Well,
villain-
what
the villain
movie
gets-
am I
the
not
villain-
seeing?
The
oh,
villain gets
and
big
Jacob,
hype.
they don't even explain.
there's
They don't
more?
even explain how she. They don't even explain how she came to America. Like, she was born in the forest or whatever.
Peru.
Like, and then she's born in the forest. Like, she doesn't have no birth
really
certificate
weird
or
scene,
anything like
too.
this.
A really weird scene. Too.
Also, there is a tribe of spider people that have spider powers.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
Guatemalan spider people.
The press
like-
junket was something for this movie too.
And it's I can tell what you had. They had a different plot for this movie. I can tell they did, and they were like reshot and re-edited the whole thing. That explains the bad dialogue. That explains the horrible.
Jacob, this is the
horrible
point where
editing.
you say, "Oh, Jacob." This is the point where you say, "Oh dear." Oh my, like.
This is the point where I say, stay in school, kids.
There is a scene of them.
learn from
Holy
their mistakes.
sheesh.
They dance on the table to "Toxic" by Britney Spears.
Yeah, dude, like they were
Hey, you
under.
know what the
No,
sad
Jacob.
part
They
is?
were underage girls talking to college kids dancing on tables.
You know what? You know what? That song didn't even fucking come out yet in 2003. Song that come out in 2005 or some shit. So then I
Inconsistent.
can't get that right.
Dude, the director said that he wanted to keep it in 2003 just so he could play the song "Toxic."
Yeah, like I said, you can't tell this movie is even set in 2003. Like, there's nothing distinct about it besides.
And there's
Except for
no
that
reason
Beyonce
to-
poster.
Other than
Beyonce,
shoehorning
that's it.
baby Peter Parker into the movie for some, which there's no reason for that either. But he's just baby Peter Parker's there, and
They- and then at the end, Jacob, when she was giving them their like monologue at the end, saying like, he says like, "Oh yeah, Ben probably won't join us. Like, yeah, maybe the superhero business ain't good for him." And then they basically say and then they show it to like on Peter at the end. Like, I'm like,
How dare you disrespect the Jesus of superheroes?
So to summarize, the villain's plan is to kill these because
Summarize.
these girls are going to kill him one day. He sees it in like a vision on that, which I don't know how the fuck a spider biting you gives you vision.
So basically, a
whatever.
bunch of shit happening with no reason or
Yeah,
rhyme.
just-
So he thinks these girls are going to kill him, right? He doesn't know why. But his plan is, let me involve myself in these girls' lives. When I know they're going to kill me, instead of just fucking avoiding them and never interacting with them, they're like, you don't have to kill. Like, why are you?
I am so glad I didn't watch this crap.
And he got beaten by fireworks and falling debris and a Pepsi sign.
Pepsi
That's what he
machine.
got.
I mean, a Pepsi sign killed him. Yeah.
Why they were
What
fireworks
what if we
and a
come
Pepsi
to? What
and a
if we
Pepsi
come
fucking.
to?
Why there were
Dude,
fireworks?
the
there,
fact that Daredevil from Daredevil from 2002, like Elektra.
Any day.
It's
I mean, Batman and Robin,
we've somehow gone back.
Electra.
We had
Constantine.
it.
They're
we had
they're
it
better
good.
than this movie.
We were going good for a while, and now we're just slowly going back.
Do you know
to
this
where we
movie
were.
feels like it came out in like 2000? It feels like it came out in 2003, like the shitty era.
Dude, don't
where it's
insult
like,
the 2000 movies anymore. We can't insult the 2000 movies.
Wow.
Like we can't do it.
So the bar went that low, huh?
do you want me to read my letterbox review? Here's what I put.
Yeah, please
I don't
do.
think I don't think I like superheroes anymore or movies. Maybe hate. I hated superheroes and movies after I watched this movie. I fucking hate it. This movie is awful. It fails on every level. There's nothing good about it. There's nothing redeemable about it. It's not even like fun to watch. Bad. It's just fucking like there's no
Dude,
not like Morbius where there's funny shit in it. It's boring as shit.
Holy Christ.
It rips off Final
Dude.
Destination for most of it, of all things. It tries to be Groundhog Day, Final Destination, Edge of Tomorrow. It tries to do that shit, but it doesn't.
It doesn't even know what it wanted to be.
It's,
with the sprinkle of the Marvels because they got like 3 or 4.
I'm sorry.
bad.
This makes the Marvels look like Citizen Kane. The Marvels looks fucking amazing.
Yep.
I love that line where, like,
Yep.
if a movie bad, Citizen Kane is the comparison.
It makes Morbius. It makes
Yeah.
Morbius look like fucking. I don't know, the Godfather. It makes Morbius.
Dude,
fucking
it makes
weird.
Batman and Robin look like I don't know. It makes Batman and Robin look like Batman and Robin. It's funny, okay? Like Batman and Robin is funny.
Sony. Why would you even think about putting this fucking shit out? What?
There's got to be someone sitting there in the editing room going, "This is a bit shit.
Mike-
Should we release this?"
Michael
Like,
Jordan.
they
Michael
release
Jordan.
No, someone has to go, "This is a bit shit. Should we release this?" It's getting
What-
fucking annoying now.
What happened? No, what happened to
No,
fucking?
no,
what happened to
How
Shane?
low did the mark go? Why are we so low?
Dude, I remember back in the day where like if the
He's wearing all white like me. Let's go.
What happened to shame? Why people are not embarrassed by this fucking shit anymore? Why can we put shit out like that? Yeah, this is fine. Who the
I'm
fuck
not-
signs off on that?
dude, I remember back in the day where studios used to take pride in their movies. Like they will apologize to the fans if the movie is that bad.
Like they're intentionally jerking us off at this point. This is ridiculous.
No,
It's
it
enough
literally
now.
felt like this movie was bioengineered in a fucking lab to piss me off. That's what it felt like.
Hey,
Like
RJ,
they
I said
literally
earlier,
made
he
this
looks
movie
like a
specifically
Vietnam
to piss
survivor.
people off.
But guess what?
Gary?
This is not the end because we got 2 more movies. We got Craven the Hunter
No,
and Venom 3
Yay!
coming up.
No,
More shit.
I am not.
That's
I'm
a
not
joke.
watching that shit.
That's a
This is
joke.
my
I'm sorry,
last-
Sony. Can you,
Fuck this.
Sony? Can
Stop
you stop
Sony,
like
bro.
bending us over a
I'm
bar?
gonna watch it just for more content, baby.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
fucking-
This
I'm gonna
is what we
destroy my
do
I
for
can't
you.
handle anymore. No, I can't. I'm sorry. The reason I didn't
More
watch Morbius,
content.
hold on. The reason I didn't watch Morbius, the reason I didn't watch this is because I knew they would suck. Like it's like you don't have to give. Oh, you got to give it a chance. It's like no, when you watch enough
Oh
movies,
no,
fanboys,
There's
pure comedy
when you
for
watch
me.
enough
so
movies
many.
and shows, you
Pure
know what's
comedy.
going to be at
This
least
movie's
decent.
so bad. I'm
There's
gonna throw my
so
fucking
many
PlayStation
good-
out of the window. I'm just gonna throw my
There's
PlayStation out
so
of the fucking
many
window.
good
Fuck
movies
Sony
you
for
could
this,
be
bro.
watching instead. There's a ton
Like,
of good movies. out there.
You know, I know how we started this stream saying the Wizard of Oz. Hang on a minute, the Wizard of Oz has its creepy moments with the characters and everything, right? But I will rewatch the Wizard of Oz at least 5, 10 times.
Right
in a row.
after
Versus-
watching Madam Web, I just like watched. I popped in Batman the animated series like in my Blu-ray player. Yeah.
Bro, it's so fucking bad. It made me fucking. I
Remember
was
the good
eating
old days.
popcorn, right? I didn't want
It
to.
made you what?
It made me sick. I was like, how can someone make this? Like,
Also, by the way, RJ's here. Hi.
RJ, what? How are you doing, sir? What is your review on?
I
Like,
love how like we're both just
I mean-
in white. Like,
I mean, I
I think
didn't-
I just 1 sec.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
the whole thing. Whoa. That went a bit off. There you go. Hang on a minute. Let's organize this seating plan correctly. There we go. Oreo.
I mean, my review didn't. I didn't watch the film. I'm gonna.
No, you
guys, I'm not.
You
I'm
lucky
sorry.
son of a bitch.
Well, it ain't. Look, I literally chose not to.
I made the choice to not watch it. I'm in the same camp.
I made it. Me and Danny made sacrifices for you guys, so I expect my
Now you're
check.
supposed to say, don't
I
say we
expect
don't
my
love you.
check in the.
No,
I expect my
it's
check in the
really
mail.
bad. You don't have to make that.
I'll send you one of these, Darius.
Well, if we're gonna talk about it, more than one person has to see it.
Man, we don't gotta talk about it. We could literally. It's literally forgotten about.
No.
No,
Get
it
away
is.
yourself.
It is. It is.
Don't
No,
cut me
no.
off, motherfucker. Don't cut me off,
See,
motherfucker.
the
This
thing
movie is so
is,
bad.
people.
It needs to be talked about. This movie is so bad. It needs to be talked about. I cannot let this
The
shit go
thing
anywhere.
is, the thing
We need
is,
to
guys,
say-
like
Sorry,
people in the chat,
Sorry,
you have to
can we
understand.
We need to warn people.
Sorry, I didn't. Wait, Darius, who did you say don't cut me off, motherfucker?
Everybody, I don't give a fuck. This movie is too bad to let slide.
I was
I'm not letting it slide, bro.
Well, hold on.
Hey, do you remember that stream that we did where Darius was like, "Well, I guess I'm the Cyclops of this stream because I'm getting shed all over and disrespected."
I let a lot of things go. All right, I'm a fair person. I understand that sometimes things go wrong when you're making a movie. I understand. That's what I want to get into. I'm not blaming the
Even time
creatives.
bomb.
I don't even think it's the creatives. I don't think it's the director or the writer's fault. I think this has got Sony written all over it. This movie never should have been made to begin with. Glad it was. Glad it got paid. But
I'm just gonna say this before we transition. Like, listen, guys, like.
That's
Yeah, we have to understand. Like when we are a pop culture channel, so my rule is this: if we're gonna talk about the good stuff, we gotta be fair enough to talk about the bad stuff too. So yes, I will put myself through hell to cover a bad movie for you guys.
I've had enough. I told you yesterday, Danny. I've had enough of these movies. Like I will only I'm not giving money to Sony unless
They
it's
started taking a little bit.
unless it's a Tom Holland.
They're starting to learn the stuff that I've been trying to tell them.
I almost don't want to see Beyond Spider-Verse Spider-Man 4. I honestly don't want to give some of my money at all. Fuck Sony for this. I'm sorry.
Right.
This insulted me. I feel insulted. I feel like
you know what? This is just what Sony wanted. Sony wanted to piss you off. Sony wanted you to go on our stream. They wanted us to go on our little stream and they talk about it. We're helping. No. Now we're helping Sony out right now by talking about it. This is what they wanted. They wanted us to go on our little YouTube channel and talk about the movie and put it out there. No, we got to stop this madness. Act like it doesn't
I've already said I'm not seeing these movies. I will not watch Craven. I will not watch.
I'm sorry, but sometimes things have to be said, and it's a shame that this movie isn't for us, and that's unfortunate.
It's not for anyone.
What the hell was the heck?
It's not for nobody.
What's that?
Okay,
even
the
people
women are watching.
You know what this movie should be? This movie should be a
Even-
CIA torture technique. The CIA, when they get fucking war criminals and shit, they should make them watch this movie, and then it should be a torture technique.
Dude, I'll put it this way: the people that protect Hollywood ain't even protecting this movie. Like that's how bad it is. Like the people that protect Hollywood ain't even protecting this movie. That should be a.
This movie is obviously targeted towards women. So do even women like this movie? No, I mean an all-female cast. Like, yeah.
I mean,
it's targeted.
Here's my thing. Anyway, I literally said when the trailer came out, I said I'm not watching this movie.
Fuck off.
Yeah, that's what I told this movie to do. Fuck off. I'm done with this company. I just can't do it anymore. I can't do it with these spin-off films. I will not watch a Sony movie unless it's a Tom Holland or Spider-Verse
piss off.
movie. That's it. Other than that,
This
I will not
movie-
be watching. I will not be watching Craven in theaters. I will not be
Dude,
watching.
I was about to have a freaking stroke, Darius. You had me freaking rolling.
Hey,
Who
you
said
want to
that I
know what the
will-
sad
who
part
said
is?
that I watch this
Make
movie?
my show.
These are the people. These are the people handling Karate Kid, baby. This is what. This is what,
Oh,
we're doing.
God.
This is what we're
Oh,
doing.
God.
Here we
Wang.
go.
Ben Wayne, I feel sorry for you, Ben Wayne. I feel sorry for you, Ben Wayne. Ben Wayne, good.
I would rather rewatch Morbius.
Oh,
I'd rather do a
classic.
triple fucking feature of Morbius,
Good old
The
Wayne.
Last Jedi, and every shitty movie
Because
over and
that's
over
what this
again. for the rest
movie
of my
is.
life.
Wayne, but it's like
Wang, bro.
The
it's
Wang.
Wayne, bro. Yeah.
The Wang. The
Fuck this!
Wang.
Fuck this movie.
Well,
The
mind
people that work on it.
Speaking
Fuck
of, I
this
feel
movie.
like that's
Fuck
also.
the
I
movie
feel, like,
itself.
I feel like that's all Sony's been doing to us the last couple of years, just giving us Wang.
Insult to this
Can
is
we
an insult
transition to the next topic?
No,
This
I'm
is-
not done yet. I'm not
it's
done
not
yet.
fin- I'm not finished.
I'm not done yet.
This is an
He's
insult to
not
film.
finished.
This is an insult to film. This is barely a movie. I'm not kidding when I say that.
Stay
There's
in
barely a
spirit.
plot. There's barely a story. The editing is fucking awful. There's nothing good about
And
it.
it got killed, and the main villain got killed by a Pepsi machine.
In charge of these movies, you deserve a swift kick in the balls.
Yes.
My God, dude.
Okay.
If you haven't it.
Okay.
Shannon,
Well,
I was
alright,
done a
alright.
long time ago.
Okay, guys. Let's go ahead and move on.
Huh?
I was talking about one of the comments.
Oh yeah, that's CVO. But yeah,
Really?
continue. Yeah.
It's supposed to continue. Like we said, all I think we're all done. Like is everybody got their black horse energy out?
This pisses me off. Like, how low can we raise the bar?
It's not. We haven't got the black horse energy out.
Like, we're going back to a time when like this was acceptable. For
Surprisingly, there was no shaky cam. Yeah.
There may as
No,
well
there
have
was
been. It
just-
might have actually made it
No,
enjoyable.
there was at the end in the final battle when the fucking fireworks are flying everywhere. You can't see what the fuck's going on, and the edit. There's a lens
Ryan,
flare.
I didn't even remember that part.
Did y'all talk about the two Supermans?
Yes.
We did.
Yeah.
RJ,
I mean,
would
if
you
you wanna go there.
would you like to get your thoughts off your chest on
It's
before we
fucking
ran?
stupid. It's
Go on,
just-
go on. You have a little 2-minute segment. A little
like,
2-minute
this
segment.
is my issue with
Okay. Anyway, so that topic's done.
Batman.
On to the next one. No, I'm joking.
like how can you have two Batmans, but when it comes
It's
to
not.
Superman, you're like, no, we can't have it. And one of them was on TV. All right. It's just mind blowing to me. I just don't understand. First off, you're already digging yourself a new hole when you're talking about two Batmans. Like when it comes to Batman, there's always comparisons. Like so, whoever is the new Batman,
I mean,
is gonna get compared to Pattinson.
you're gonna get compared to me. Yeah,
That's
It happens to any Batman.
you're gonna get compared to me, RJ. It happens.
and Pattinson is just getting started as Batman. So like, it's just these companies, man. I just
It's just a bit tired. It's just a bit shit, really, isn't it? A bit tiring.
I was really how you said that.
It's just a bit shit, really.
It's just like what? Just make good content. Like, make good decisions, please. Is it that hard?
Do better. Make good choices.
You said make good content. That's funny.
It is funny. Anyway, I guess we're going to the next topic.
Jesus Christ!
Okay.
Like, oh, go on, Daddy.
All right, Fantastic Four. I
Fantastic.
hope it doesn't.
Jacob,
My thoughts is I hope it just doesn't go 0-5.
Jacob, so how do
Let's
you?
cook, boys.
Oh, here we go. Fuck.
I had to.
Go on, say it. Say it. Say it. Say
How
the
do
full
you
sentence.
feel about?
I don't see it. Right. Okay. I'm about to. I'm sorry. I need to go off. It's my turn now. Okay.
I don't even like
I know
Victor
we're
Pascal.
we're at the Kings in this space on the Chosen Ones channel. Yes, I said it. And in this Kings of Pop Culture YouTube space, the still stream space, we are very understanding of the fact. Hey, he might knock it out the park. You know, people have been casting roles and absolutely acted their bollocks off.
Heath
Like
Ledger.
no cap. I'm sure Pedro Pascal will do a great job, right? He'll do a great job. However, this doesn't feel like he was hired because of his acting ability or because he's good or whatever. It feels like
You brown face. I mean,
because he's Pedro.
brown face. What?
And the thing is, right? No pun intended. The guy they've cast this thing, great choice. The guy they've cast as Human Torch, great choice. Vanessa Kirby, don't even sweat it. She's more accurate than Jessica Alba was. Like, I hate this notion that, oh, you're just not giving people a chance. Chris Evans looks more like Human Torch to me than, let's say, Joseph Quinn's Human Torch. But I still think he fits the look. You know, it's just I feel like Pedro was cast primarily because they're like, we need a star. We need to replace that RDJ spot. We need someone, and it's like you're never going to do that, first of all. And we need someone to carry it with their name.
You just say, "Wait, TC."
And it's just like I'm looking at this, and I'm like, I just
gonna happen.
Like I don't see it. I don't see it for me personally. So how do I feel? I feel like it's synthetically created to appease a bunch of groupies on social media that go, "Oh, Pedro, oh." You know, a bunch of those. Okay, we know the types. Pedro's great, in my opinion. I know he has his, you know, I'm just saying. But you know, but it's not about Pedro. It's the fact that I feel like they hired him just so they could say we have Pedro Pascal in Marvel. And will he knock it out of the park? Undoubtedly. He's a great actor. But there's other people I would have preferred, you know? Like, it's like, I just feel like we're at a space, and this is Hollywood in general, where it's not about who's good for the role anymore. It's about what name's attached to it.
Definitely Ryan Gosling should have been researched.
I swear, I wouldn't even want to see him in it either. Like, no. There's so many people out there that look like a Reed Richards that would kill this. But because they're not freaking Barcelona's A team, like, you know, they don't get a look in. It's like, hey, look at the bench from Barcelona's C squad. Nah, I won't do that. We've got Pedro right here. He's just down the hallway finishing up the Mandalorian that he wasn't even really involved with. It's just his voice. Hey, Pedro, come here a second. Come here. You want to play Mr. Fantastic? Yeah, you want to do that? Yeah, of course. I mean, we don't need to audition you. We don't need to hire you for your acting ability. But, you know, because of your name, we know that it will sell and get people in seats. And we want to compete with Superman. So, of course, like, come on. Be Mr. Fantastic. Be Mr. Fantastic. Like, no, sorry. I don't like this initially. Now, as time progresses, would I be all right with it? Of course. Like, he is the Mr. Fantastic. There's nothing I can do about it. It is what it is. He's a lovely dude to me. I'm sure he'll kill it. It's just, again, it feels like one of them decisions that was done to appease groupies and just to say, hey, we've got Pedro.
Yeah,
Finish.
I agree.
I don't see it, and it's because this little fucker sent me on a tirade. Screw the Chiefs.
What I do?
Screw the Chiefs. It's all Pedro.
He didn't do anything, but I feel like it's just a hire because they're like, hey, we got Pedro, yay!
Can I like whose turn is it?
You go.
All right, so regarding the chemistry, for me, I have no issues with it.
How do you feel?
How do I feel? All right, so I actually like if it was up to me, none of these guys would have gotten like I would have gotten like the first one,
Joe Curious,
very first one where it was Adam Driver, Margot Robbie. It was too perfect though. It wasn't gonna happen. It was just too perfect. It was too good to be true. That's why it's not happening. But
yeah, I mean,
I like the casting, especially Joseph Quinn as Human Torch. I think
now that I liked.
I like stories where like an actor is like he has a supporting role and he's just blowing up. Like Joseph Quinn probably has like he's blowing up fast for an actor. It usually takes like a good 2 to 3 years. Like he's
to watch for this. He'll be the one to watch.
Like he might be the talking point after the movie comes out. He may be the best part.
I mean, who in this movie out of the 4 of them needs that?
Oh,
the other 3 don't.
Yeah, and I love Vanessa Kirby as Sue. I'm glad she got the role. This is our big break. Seen her in Mission Impossible, seen her in a couple other movies. This is our big break to really show her acting chops, and because I think she's an actress. Ebon from The Bear, freaking love that casting. I love.
I've seen him in a lot of stuff. He's really good.
He is such a good like. If you watch the bear, how he gets angry,
He
and
was
that
also in Punisher.
TCK, remember the episode where he's
I
yelling?
know
at
exactly
Disney?
what you're
He's like,
talking about.
Yeah.
yeah, like that is
Yeah.
Ben, bro. Like
Yeah,
he
yeah.
get that anger with Ben. So
Yeah.
now the big question is Pedro so I don't mind Pedro as Reed. Is he my first choice?
No,
No, but I like it. I think he could capture.
I mean I'm not against it. It just
Yeah.
feels like a corporate decision. It's just
I guess. For me,
well, I'd be right.
You don't like it, man.
Jesus Christ. I feel like
Wait, Danny, what did you say?
Yeah, you pick the dude that doesn't fuck with his fans, but that's a whole nother ball game.
all right. I don't even know about that, but
I do.
I don't even know about that. What is, I'm trying to get out my point here, but for me, I think Pedro has the acting
Make sure you
chops.
send me a novel afterwards. Tell me how I cut you off. Carry on.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ! But Pedro, to me, I feel like he has the acting chops to pull off Reed. I feel like again, he's not my.
What
first
if I told
choice.
you I was just
wasn't even
overselling it and
considering him for
faking
the
it? I
role.
think
I could
Pedro
see,
might
like-
actually smash it.
No, I think he will. It's just that I feel like he has what they're looking for when it comes like the voice. I know you're gonna say the corporate thing, whatever, but I feel like he has the voice of Reed. Like he can capture that voice because Reed in the comics has like a very distinct voice and stuff. And if they're doing what I think they're doing with Reed, I feel like Pedro can capture the asshole that Reed Richards is because in the comics he's an ass. In some iteration, he's an asshole. So I feel like he can capture.
All right, I take it back. Perfect casting then.
He's playing him, so he's basically playing himself.
I don't. What is that? I don't know. But to me, say what you want about. We all have our different opinions on like the MCU and all that stuff. But
Yeah,
one
some
thing,
of them are wrong, but
oh, Jesus Christ. But one thing I will say, the casting department, they slap. Like they know what they're doing. Like when it comes to major characters, casting major characters,
I'm sure he'll do a good job.
They know what they're doing. Like they cast really well. Like there has
Like,
been.
if I remove like my first top pick for Mr. Fantastic out of it, as a whole, it's a solid cast.
Yeah, for me, I like the casting overall. We'll have to see how the movie does. That's another thing. We'll get to
Please
that
slap.
later
Please
on. And he's just please slap because
Please.
0 for 2, 0 for 3 actually with Fantastic Four movies. But I like
first
the
one
casting.
doesn't count.
First two.
First one doesn't count. That shit was a tax write-off.
But I love.
Literally was.
I like what they're putting together with this movie. Like out of the upcoming project, most positive. I love the director choice, Matt Shackman. You know, with the vibe that they're going with. So I'm liking it so far. So we'll see.
I'm sorry, that was the perfect mic drop moment. It was like, so we'll see.
I think for this approach that they're obviously going for with these popular actors, A-listers at the time, it's probably one of the best castings you could do for it. Like I said, I love the actor playing the Thing, Ebon something.
He's great.
So
He was,
good,
if you know the Bear,
He's
he
so
can
good
act.
in that
He
stuff,
can
bro.
act. And he's perfect for this. He's perfect.
Yes, sir.
Joseph Quinn, I think he's gonna put all of he's got into it.
I'm really excited to see what he brings to the role. I think he's gonna
Yeah,
smack
Vanessa
it.
Because
Kirby,
people are
I've-
hating on him heavy. He's gonna prove them all
Yeah.
wrong. I know he is.
Yeah,
People
he-
hate him.
Vanessa,
Yeah, they are. Yeah. They're
Oh,
hating
you're
on-
fucking stupid. Like, no.
Vanessa Kirby, I think she's already proven she can act.
I mean,
And
it's Vanessa.
Pedro,
It's just a
I'm
big
not
break.
sure about, but like you said, he hasn't done anything.
Not my
wrong.
first pick, but he is
So-
a guaranteed. You know what you'll get with him.
But in my opinion, I think this is such a missed opportunity for Marvel to cast all new actors. Nobody who's well known.
I agree.
A bunch of new
I
guys.
think that's my issue.
Yeah.
Those movies when they take a risk. They hire actors who aren't known. They go through a ton of auditions to find the right guy.
They're out there.
Turns out to be the best.
I do
think
agree with that. I
think if Marvel never fell off so hard the way it did, they could have done that approach at least for some of these characters. but I feel like they so desperately need a win that they want people
that's why
to
I'm a
recognize.
bit harsher on the Pedro thing because that's what it feels like. It feels like it's more like we really need to make it's a statement.
That's
more
fair.
than
They
It's a
want
statement.
people to even who don't even watch Marvel like regularly to be like, oh, I know who
Pedro's
that
in it.
is. I know who that is. I'm gonna watch it for them.
I mean, put it this
Oh,
way:
yeah,
when
I
you
know
look at
him
that
too.
cast, like to piggyback off what you're saying, you've got the Mandalorian, you've got Eddie,
And
you've
Joel,
got the guy from the Bear, and you've got frickin' Vanessa who's in everything. You know,
Yeah.
Well, it's like
So,
the thing is though, to add on to your point, they were going like from the rumored castings, they were
they're
going
going even bigger.
They were
Adam
going
Driver
for
and
it.
Margot Robbie.
And to be honest though, I can't blame them. Like if they would have gotten Margot Robbie as Sue, oh, it's good night.
alongside Adam Driver,
Good
who's one of the
night.
best
Adam
actors of
Driver
this
would have
generation.
been.
Yeah.
Oh, Adam would have.
I think I'd love it for a lot of these actors. I think I can't wait to see them and what their take on it. But I think it was a missed opportunity, especially because this movie's set in the 60s and it's so different than everything else. Just go through the long audition process, find these new actors. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Find these new actors who will become A-listers because of this movie, like Tom Holland.
Yeah.
And that's how you do it. I think that's not a Marvel problem. That's nobody does.
That's just in general.
Nobody does
Big
it.
studio
Jacob
problem.
has
Big studio problem. They always do this.
Thank you.
Big studio problem. They don't go through the.
Say,
You know what? The movie
I can
The
see your
Holdovers.
feelings
The movie The Holdovers that just came out last year, which was an amazing movie. If you haven't seen that, there's a kid in that movie. They went through 800. They went through 800 auditions to find the kid. Couldn't find him, so they asked the school that the movie takes place in if there's any kids in that drama department. They auditioned all the kids there, and that's how they found the kid. And he gave one of the best performances of the year.
Man.
And he gave one of the best performances of last year. It's how you do it. It's all these studios, they want to get the A-list big actors, but you gotta.
the talent's right here, man.
Also, that's why the budgets. That's why the budget them so much because they get to pay A-list actors A-list money, so that's why the budgets are always like sky high.
The talent's sitting right here. It's right here.
To be honest, I think I don't think with this one the only really it's kind of weird because with the cast, Pedro really is the only one per se that's really an A-lister.
Yeah, but everyone's known. Everyone's like, I know that guy.
It's more of like their pop culture footprint versus them.
Yeah.
They're like B-listers, but like the top of B-listers.
It's like the thing is,
they're popular right now. That's why.
The thing is, though, I don't mind them. Like for once, I feel like Marvel. I don't mind them going after A-listers especially for this movie because, like, if this is like any other project, I would be like, okay, go for unknowns, like do it. For this, I just can't blame them because, like you said, TCK about they're
more of an insurance policy.
It's an insurance policy and all that stuff.
Yeah,
like especially like they almost had like the first go around when they had Driver, Margot Robbie, Paul Mescal. They almost had like the best, arguably the best casting for a comic book movie in general, bro. Like, but I do agree with what you're saying. Like, they should. I feel like they struggled so much to getting a cast. Like, there was money issues. Emma Stone was up for Sue at one point.
Yep.
Yeah, that almost happened actually.
I'm kind of glad it didn't. She's in superhero movies.
She wanted $20 million.
No. That's the reason why we didn't get Driver and Margot Robbie because Margot Robbie and
they're
Driver
worth that money with that talent, bro. Adam Driver and Emma Stone.
They also probably want to keep the budget down.
I mean, I just want 20,000 at least. Like, can we hire me out here? Like 20,000.
That's the reason why Margot and Adam Driver like dropped out because they were all but locked. They were like sealed at one point.
Well, but also you got to look at like with people like Adam Driver. He's done a franchise before, and
he just wants some security. That's all it is.
Yeah, he wants an insurance policy of like if I'm in this for the long haul, I better be paid fucking good money.
Right, and also he don't have to go through all that
contracts, and all I want is 2,000. Like, I'll take 2,000. Like,
I think he just didn't want to have to deal with all the Star Wars stuff again. That's why he wanted big money.
And I don't blame him.
And Margot Robbie it's just kind of like
Margot Robbie's made $1 billion from Barbie, so
Yeah,
You can't blame
That
him.
Margot
guy.
Robbie.
What do you do?
Margot Robbie's price just went up on movies now. Like, you're gonna have to talk to me. Like,
She can
it's
pick
20
and choose
million.
whatever she wants.
she
Yeah,
can do whatever
she
she
basically
wants.
said like,
She probably will end up
if it ain't
being the
20
Barbie
million,
movie in
if
the
it ain't
future.
20 million, I ain't getting out the bed. Like, that's basically what it
hey,
is. Like,
I'm just saying, Emma Frost in the future, Margot Robbie.
Oh yes! Oh my God!
Just saying,
yeah, it could.
they want to open the checkbook up.
Yes!
No comment. No comment. Jacob Angel was Cyclops as well. I'm just saying.
Oh God!
Might get killed in the first round.
Not my sorry, not my Cyclops, Danny, and per what they said. To me,
Whose turn
my
is it?
X-Men. My
Is it-
X-Men.
Is it go? Is it my go now? Can I
Yeah,
go now?
Sure, go.
Shut up, you prick.
You got that out of your system? You got that out of your system? You good?
What the fuck off? We'll go then. What are you waiting on me? You go ahead. It's this motherfucker down here from Texas, but you go ahead.
You have a rage.
You have a raging hard on, sir, for anything Cyclops. I'll say it this time. Go ahead, Darius.
Anyways, this cast, I like it. I think in terms of the most accurate casting, Ebon is Ben, dude. Because
Yeah,
his character in the Bear literally is Ben. From like he's angry, he doesn't like where he is in life, but he's also like a good dude, like at its core. And he
Yeah.
really cares about his friends and his family and stuff like that. And that's Ben's entire character. So that they couldn't have done
Yeah.
better. Nessa Kirby as Sue. She's gonna be great. Sue is basically the heart of Fantastic Four. She piece them together. Nessa Kirby can definitely do that. Joe Quinn as Johnny. I don't know why people are hating. So here's my problem with a lot of comic book fans.
I don't
They
understand.
They just think, oh, he needs to look like the character, and they leave it at that. So a lot of them want like these actors that look like Johnny Storm, but you can't have a C-list an actor
Can they
that's
act like
good,
that?
but not great, in a movie with great actors. Because
There's other factors.
it's
that
very
go into it.
noticeable
You may have
when
the
they do,
charisma
like-
for it.
have you guys have seen Don't Worry, Darling? Right, bad movie by the way, but
Terrible movie.
you got Harry Styles, who's a bad
Terrible.
actor.
Stinker.
Harry Styles is a bad actor in a movie with Florence Pugh, who is an amazing actress, and it's very noticeable because you have the difference in quality.
Acting circles around her.
You can't
Or the other way
have
around, right.
you can't have a cast made up of a so-so actor and a great actor like Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, and Ebon. Like you have to match the talent up. It's very noticeable when it doesn't match. So
Yeah.
that's why they went with
It's
Joe
true.
Quinn, who's a good actor. I don't know what people think
Dude.
he's not.
How well did he do with the material he was given in Stranger Things?
He
Dude,
did
was
so
the,
good.
He was the best part of that season.
Bro, you know what? He's about to be in A Quiet Place Part 2, and Ridley Scott, of all people, who called him up for Gladiator 2. He's going to be in
Yeah,
Gladiator 2
he's
with
in that,
Denzel, with
too.
Denzel
Go
Washington.
on, Joseph. No, I'm sorry. I'm here to see the glow up. I don't want anyone hating on this man.
He's in,
Protect
a
him.
movie,
at all
he's in a
costs.
movie with Denzel Washington. Like, not everyone can say that.
Yeah, like come on, like give him.
How
his
are you
flowers.
hating this man? And
Give
the
him
thing
his
is,
flowers.
He's the loveliest dude.
Give him his flowers. Come on, give him.
You
His
know what it
flowers.
is? You know what it is? It's the combo. It's fame, good looks,
Good looking.
and talent.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's that combo, Danny, and it's that combo that everyone gets jealous of.
Give the man his flowers,
Love
man.
it. It be like that sometimes, bro.
The Pedro thing.
I
look,
know.
I like similar to RJ. Would Pedro have been my first, or even second choice for Reed
Or my
Richards?
third.
No, but
What if
I
I
think he can definitely pull it off because most people have only seen Pedro do two things, which is Mandalorian and Joel in Last of Us. That's what they've seen him from.
Maxwell
seen him-
Lord.
Yeah, well,
Life is good.
pretend that didn't happen. He was good in that.
Everybody.
Let's pretend that movie didn't happen. Wonder Woman 84 didn't happen. But I've seen him in Game of Thrones. He's great as Oberyn Martell.
Yes. Who
Wait,
gave
that-
you the order?
He's kind of an asshole in that, which
Say her name.
Jesus.
he's great in The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent with Nick Cage. That is a crazy movie, and he's crazy in it.
It's
but
got Nick Cage in it, of course it would be.
he has more range than people think that he does. So I think he's gonna nail this. And I really like and speak on like the '60s setting because TCK briefly mentioned that. I really like that idea. Like
Do you reckon they'll do a time skip, or will they or they like find some way to fast forward them into the future?
I think it's good. I think they're gonna go to space. I think they're gonna go to space, and there's gonna be some weird, like in Interstellar, there's weird time shit that happens in space.
Oh, that's cool. So it's like they basically land back down, and they're like, what?
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if the Thanos snap gets them over there, gets them over into the universe. Yeah.
Because like the 60s setting, like you kind of get it. You kind of get like this space race, Johnny Quest, like Frontier.
Batman.
So it's basically they're giving all four of them the Steve Rogers arc.
I think this is a perfect opportunity to have this movie take place in a different Earth. It would be a breath of fresh air.
I agree.
That would be really imagine a world that's like our world, but it's the '60s, but it's super futuristic, and it's like
yes,
this
is a perfect opportunity.
Basically, the
Jetsons.
But then they are going to be main stalwarts in the MCU going forward. So when you inevitably time them up, they'll be an.
But also, the thing is, if this means anything, Doctor Strange said in Multiverse of Madness, he's like, Fantastic Four, didn't you guys chart in the 60s?
Yeah.
That's a real band.
Do you reckon Victor will be in it? Like not Doctor Doom, but Victor. Do you reckon Victor will be in it? Like
on that note, because we talked about this the other day, how they go with Doctor Doom, they need to have someone cast someone as Victor. Have someone do the voice work.
Yes, that's what I said. That's what I said. Pass the voice actor. Pass the voice actor. Yes.
Keith Davis. I'm telling you, Keith Davis as his voice actor.
Keith David.
Keith Davis. He's the voice of Spawn and Goliath. That's all I need. That's all you need to know.
He's also in the Thing. He's the guy, the child's in the Thing.
Get a voice actor.
Yeah, I think this the 60s setting, like I love when the MCU does like period pieces. Like I have a soft spot for the first Captain America. I like that kind of like in the Indiana Jones kind of we're fighting World War II vibe. I love like
it also makes sense because the Fantastic Four as characters, like it just works. Like if you have them set in current timeline, it's like, okay, here we go. We're doing another origin story.
They stand out.
Like, oh, this is an origin story. And then at the end of it, they're like in our universe, they're on our timeline and whatever else.
Yeah.
That's why I like another universe idea because the Fantastic Four, they're celebrity superheroes. They're kind of like the Beatles.
The multiverse is open, blow that shit open, and then put them back on our Earth,
Yeah.
So I love this idea. I love Mac Shackman. If you don't know who Mac Shackman is,
when they inevitably do the incursion and all that kind of stuff, they're going to soft reboot a few things, and they'll soft reboot it to where these guys were basically part of our Earth the entire time.
Yeah, they're gonna do that with Deadpool 3.
Yeah, so like you've got Deadpool 3, you've got Fantastic Four, you've got the X-Men. They'll be soft rebooted to be a part of our Earth and merged together eventually. Like X-Men rebooted, not the ones we have now. Like rebooted.
And my theory about the villain in this movie is correct. It's Galactus, which I do like because people are saying Galactus is too big. But Galactus can't be a saga villain because he doesn't have a personality. He just eats planets. That's not you can't build up to that. There's no motive. He just does it because he has to. Like there's no. This is what he does.
I see what's gonna probably happen is like they'll probably beat Galactus, but they don't kill Galactus. If that makes sense.
Like think Strange and Dormammu, right? Strange beat Dormammu, but he really stalled and like.
What if it sets up Galactus for a revenge arc? Because we know that I'm just gonna bring it up because it's in the Eternals, like they're clearly setting up Galactus for something.
Yeah,
like you can see in the way they shoot Arishem and
Galactus' big old head in the middle of the crappy movie of Eternals. So
like maybe he'll be part of this movie, but what if there's a version of him that comes over to our Earth that's twice as bad? Like maybe the one in this universe is like the more comic-y one, with like the purple head and shit. And then the one that comes over to MCU is that but worse, not a fast.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like maybe they end up doing like
in the middle of space, and then was just like
when Thanos did the snap, like he brought the Fantastic Four and Galactus over to our universe. They could do it just like that. Yeah,
they could do that, but that's a little bit like like just kind of lame. I'll be honest. It's
Or
just
maybe
I
what you could
think
do
they're lame in this
is
universe, but I don't say it.
if they don't bring
I'm
Galactus
not. No,
over,
I'm not saying
no,
your
let's say-
ideas.
hang on,
I'm
hang
just
on.
gonna be kind of
What
like.
if like maybe they keep Galactus for this movie only, but maybe I don't know the stuff they're doing with the Eternals down the road. They
He'll
can say,
definitely
"Hey,
Galactus will definitely be back because there are even rumors about
Yeah.
one of his heralds in this that's not Silver Surfer, so he's gonna
yeah,
get a new
it's
herald.
a female." But I've seen people losing their minds at that. It's like, no, it's not Silver
It's not
Surfer
female
that's
Silver
using.
Surfer. People need to read a comic, bro. It's not female Silver Surfer. He has different.
But they already
heralds.
said they're not going to do that one. They decided not to do that one.
He has
Like they already.
different heralds and all that stuff.
Like Silver Surfer's not even his first herald. He's had ones before Silver Surfer. Like
If anything, wouldn't it make more sense to do a Galactus in this movie with a different herald, and if you bring Galactus in the main MCU with the Silver Surfer down the road,
exactly,
like properly.
This herald dies, and then he's like, "I need another one," so he goes to get Silver Surfer.
And then you get imagine this movie ends has an end credit scene with him finding Norrin Rad and making him the Silver Surfer.
That's what I think. It's gonna be one is gonna be Doom, one's gonna be Silver Surfer, one's gonna be Doom.
Oh, I swear that was one of my favorite characters to play in Ultimate Alliance, Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer's one of my favorite characters.
And I'm saying this now, Hayden Christensen as Silver Surfer, please, like just as the body, and have Lawrence Fishburne come back for the voice, please. Like
Some people are thinking that some people say that Henry Cavill signed to Marvel. That's people think he's playing a Silver. Some people think he's playing Silver Surfer.
I actually heard he's playing Doom.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I don't like it.
I don't like that though. I kind of don't like that as Doom.
Sorry.
I kind of don't see it.
I love you, Henry, but
no, I'd rather he was Hyperion or Captain Britain. I don't want.
I think Captain Britain.
No.
Captain Britain.
I feel like Captain Britain is so on the nose for him.
But I don't care. But the thing is, like, I don't care. But the thing is,
I don't care.
With Silver Surfer,
Talking
the
about
one
it,
in the second movie, he was perfect. Like Lawrence Fishburne as the voice, just get a stand-in.
Oh,
like,
Doug Jones was the physical one.
Yeah, just get him back. Like, he was great. But
Yeah,
Lawrence Fishburne has to be
It
the
probably
voice.
doesn't look like that anymore.
I'm digging like Fantastic Four, one of my favorite comics teams. I like them more than the X-Men, unpopular opinion. But in the comics, I actually do like them better than the X-Men.
I mean, I kind of do.
Crazy to say, but they just haven't been represented well on screen. So
mind you, neither has the X-Men, but yeah.
I really want this to be the one.
Danny wants to say something so bad about Cyclops. I can just see it in his face.
No, he wants to go off on Pedro, not Cyclops.
No, no. When you said
I rambled a little bit
on screen.
Sorry, I've cut Darius off more than enough. Shut up, carry on, Darius.
I rambled. I'm super excited. Love these characters. I like the cast a lot, and I like Matt Shackman a lot. He did WandaVision. He did Godzilla King. He did the Godzilla show that came out recently. He did Game of Thrones. He's done a lot of stuff. So,
Danny, you look like the kid in class. It's like, what the fuck should I do?
Take it away.
Like, what did I do?
You're right. I'm looking forward to. Shut up! I'm looking forward to the approach that they've got with this movie, and it'll be interesting. It'll be quite refreshing, you know.
For sure.
So it'd be nice. Like I trust the process. Like I think. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Other than my little outburst earlier on, that's just because this guy's trolling me. But other than that, solid casting. I like this. Shut up! I like the aesthetic. I like the route that I haven't finished. You stop laughing. I like the aesthetic. I like what they're going for. I'm excited to see it, and it's clashing with Superman, like we said earlier on. So that would be interesting.
I want both movies to do well. I hope both.
Did you say RJ?
No, I was just messing with you because when I said Henry Cavill might be playing Doom, y'all were like, "Nah." I said Henry Cavill.
No.
I don't like that.
How would you feel?
Get a damn voice actor.
Well, that's what they might do. What if they do like a 3-team job?
I don't think he would do it then.
Fucking edgy, fucking.
Hey, I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just telling you what I heard. I just saw that on.
You both did that in sync as well. You and Danny were both like.
We're here.
I'll don't start that BS.
I didn't do nothing.
No, not you, Danny. I'm talking to this fucker over here. Go ahead, Danny. I know you've been itching to say things while we've all been like bouncing back and forth and
Other than me not liking Pedro Pascal, that on the side, even though I think he's a worthless human being. Other than that,
the fuck do you do?
other than that, I just want this movie to just do good, bro. Because I'm sorry, like the Fantastic Four is the only superhero franchise that I just seen like take so many L's in a row. I don't know how you do it. Like,
What did Pedro do?
how do you
That's what I want to
how do
know.
you reboot why did you reboot the franchise like it's so badly to where like okay we like the first one like okay I'll give you that Darius tax write off fine and everything cool and everything I get it but then the mid 2000 ones like I wouldn't say that they're bad but they're just not good either it's like and then Fan Four Stick
Oh,
I mean it was so bad.
Fantastic is.
No, it wasn't just good business because it tanked.
Even it was so bad that Stan Lee didn't even want to make an appearance in it, and that's bad.
Ooh,
When he just said,
that is.
"No, it's like, nah, I'm good. I got other movies to, I got other movies like that. That's basically Stan. So yeah, man, I am pulling for Fantastic Four just to do good, man. Like it don't need to be great. It don't need to be like a freaking like 10 out of 10 or anything. Can you give me at least a 7 or 8? That's all I ask. I've been saying this for like the last couple of months. It's like, but other than that, I do like the cast in the bin because if you watch the Bear, that dude's freaking hilarious. Like,
I love it.
Season 2,
so
episode
yeah,
6. Oh, you gotta watch.
yeah. I watched the Bear and went within 2 days. Like, I just like binge watched it. Like, it was that good.
If you haven't watched The Bear, watch that. You're missing out.
I
You need to watch it.
Fantastic.
it's a pretty good show. Like it's like surprisingly good for American television, and that's saying a lot.
I'm sorry, Dad. You really do sound like that old guy that's on the end of the porch going, "Get off my lawn!"
Yes, I have hit that age where I'm just like,
you're in the rocking chair and you just got the shot. Bang.
it's like, all right, I don't like you. I don't like you, whippersnappers.
I don't like you, whippersnappers. I don't like you.
I don't like you, whippersnappers. I don't. Nah,
You're
get
nothing
your
but a bad back.
stuff out of my entertainment. Nah, other than that, yeah.
Effect.
Yeah, man, I'm pulling for Fantastic Four to do good. Yeah, that's all I ask. Just make it do good.
Just don't
Like
shit.
it's like I'll put it this way: if Disney can't make it good, and even though they're struggling with their own stuff, if they can't make this one good, I just think you should just stop doing
We're at
Fantastic
a
Four.
point where The
Yeah,
Incredibles is a better Fantastic Four movie than Fantastic Four.
yeah,
Pretty much.
yeah, yeah. That's how I feel. I mean, we can transition to X-Men
We
and
can
Deadpool. Like we can like like,
Do you know what? Wait, what are we transitioning into, Danny?
I mean, you could put Deadpool and X-Men together, like so that way we can like go.
Hybrid. It's a hybrid. Put them both together.
Yeah, like we'll just do it like that. So in this segment, we're gonna be talking about like some of the stuff that we liked from the Deadpool trailer, but also talk a little bit about X-Men '97 or whatever, and how everybody feels about that.
Other than me getting what I've always wanted in life, which is Cyclops leading the X-Men with the line "My X-Men," right? Because that's what it
For
is. It's
now.
not Wolverine's X-Men. It's my
For
Cyclops.
now,
Okay.
for now,
I don't give a no. Sorry, I don't give a fuck. That's
I'll back
the
you
way-
For
up.
now.
I'll back you up.
that's the
I'll
way it
back
is.
you up,
That's the
Jacob.
way it is.
Cyclops
And
is
you
the
wanna
leader.
know-
Cyclops
you
is the
wanna-
leader.
Cyclops is the leader
Danny, you want to know
for
why?
now.
It's gonna stay that, no, you want to know why it's going to stay that way? Because aside from me getting that right, we've got to talk about the debacle that is
Storm, you gotta worry about Storm. Just gonna say it.
no,
Don't take your job.
not being an edgelord. It's Cyclops'
I'm
team.
not
He's
being an
leading the
edgelord.
pack. That's it. Like that's. I don't want to hear nothing about no. Like, come
Hey,
on. Like,
Storm was the leader in the comic books. Strong black woman.
Jacob looks so disgusted with Danny right
Danny,
now.
Danny,
you're doing a Sony right now. The bar's just going lower. Like just
How am
lower.
I being a Sony? I just know.
No,
Okay.
no. If
All right.
anything, you want to talk about disrespecting characters and shit. What do they do to Rogue?
Yeah, they lost the booty. Like that. I mean, how you lose the booty? Like how you do that? Like the Gales is gone. It's like they lost the Gales. Cyclops is maybe, just maybe, he might lose his position. We don't know.
No,
That's to the.
enough of this. He's the leader.
I
I'm tired of this
don't know.
wishy-washy crap. Enough of this. Like, no.
That's not
He's
what I
the leader.
know.
I don't want it to happen. He's the leader.
I
I'm
don't
being
want
that
it
entitled
to
fan.
happen.
He is the leader. That's it. I'm tired of Cyclops getting cucked at every opportunity in service of another character. That's not. Cyclops is the chosen son of Charles, handpicked personally.
You know what it is? It's because the animated series. People think that in the movies. They think that's just the only Dude, Cyclops is actually cool in the comics. It's actually cool. Well, besides the time he killed Charles Xavier, but we don't.
Well, other than that, but then again, Charles has got a whole bucket list of things.
Everyone has killed Charles Xavier at least once. Let's be real.
Exactly, and quite frankly, to be fair, half the people that Cyclops is around, it makes sense why he'd want to kill his co-workers. To be fair, because he's fucking stuck around them half the time with all their BS.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Cyclops.
Anyway,
cool character.
I
agree.
It's like, Jesus, I just want to get that out the way. Like, just get right out the gate. Stop it. Stop trolling me, okay? Just leave Cyclops alone, okay? Leave him alone.
I said nothing.
You know what we're doing, sir. We're here. We're here. Now, how do you like it? I flipped it on you. How do you like it? We're here.
Yeah, we're here. I hope that he
here.
gets to keep us.
We're here. We're here. Anyway, moving on swiftly to pastures new. Now I've got that out of the way. Just to get it out the way. In terms of Deadpool 3, this gentleman right here. So Pyro's back, yeah? The character that we're all waiting 20 years to see.
Hell yeah, baby.
The character that we're all waiting 20 years to see. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Pyro? I don't Pyro.
For me, yeah.
But he can do that for Pyro, but I can't do it for. All right, yeah.
I didn't say you. Hey, you like what you like, man. You love what we
You
love.
like what you like, right?
We love, right?
Got nothing but love for you, baby.
Of what we love. Oh, shit.
Got nothing but love.
Broke my laptop. Oops.
So what's the topic?
Okay, I love how it's just hit an awkward silence. Deadpool 3.
Okay.
So talk about
Awkward silence. Deadpool 3 and X-Men 97. Awkward silence.
So
go ahead, RJ. I'm going to shove it straight to you because you're eating and you just piss all of us off when you eat.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's been a long day.
You should apologize.
It's been a long day. Anyway.
You should share with some of us, don't just eat all of it to yourself.
I'm eating chicken with vegetables and Japanese barbecue sauce.
A bitch.
My lovely mother cooked this.
Legend.
Shout out to Mama Strand. Anyway, Marvel did this. They were strategizing for the past few months in dropping and the Deadpool trailer. They knew what they were doing, and it's smart. It's smart business-wise. This is smart. It's smart. So
yeah, it's smart.
Shout out business-wise. Shout out. Now the product has to be good, so we'll get to that later. But Deadpool 3. I'm gonna start with Deadpool and Wolverine. That looks freaking amazing. That trailer slapped. It's everything that I wanted. It looks like the TVA are going after Deadpool. Don't know why. It could be Deadpool 2 stuff at the end. If you know, you know. If you actually stay for the credits, and yeah. So I don't know. Yeah. So I'm just eating here. Go ahead, Cheese. Take it.
Yeah, I like the trailer. It's a good trailer. I think they should have shown more Wolverine.
I agree. I agree.
It's already out there. Like they
made an announcement about it too.
They released this picture.
I think it was done as an FU to people.
Yeah, I feel like this is a retaliation for all the leaks. They were just like, yeah, fuck you guys.
Yeah, which makes sense. I mean,
this is the thing. If Pyro's the only character that shows up, then who else could show up? Like, they show a tertiary character, no disrespect intended. They show a tertiary character, nothing's off the table in terms of characters to show up.
Also, they got Tom from Succession in this movie.
Yes, Matthew McFadden.
Great. Yeah, Matthew
hilarious.
McFadden. That's a selling point
Yeah,
for me
yeah.
already. He's
Amazing actor.
amazing in that show. I love him. He's my favorite character in that show. So that's cool. Did you finish the show yet?
I ain't
I
finished.
just-
It's kind of a
All right,
just
well, finish
started
the
it.
show then.
Tom
Well,
from Succession is fucking hilarious.
all right, yeah. Just on a quick side note, everyone on that show is a fucking asshole, so nobody's good in that show. But
no
if
one's
I
a
had to
good
pick a
person.
favorite, it'd be Tom.
Wow.
And
Anyway,
he's funny.
yeah, yeah. I like the trailer. It was good. Better than the fucking Super Bowl.
I agree.
Ain't that
Anything
the
is
damn
better
truth?
than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, we don't talk. I mean, well, people were villains at that Super Bowl.
Oh,
Just leave it there.
do we think that shot of Wolverine with the patch, when we see the back?
I
of him,
have
do
a
we
theory
think
about
that's
that.
I think it's
do we
somebody
think that's
else.
gonna be Hugh
I don't think-
Jackman or
No,
someone
I think
else?
it's somebody
Too
else.
small. Too
If
small.
you, look
Yeah.
at, if you look at the guy, he looks
Mhm.
like smaller than Hugh. And
It's,
I have
it's,
a theory
about
mislead-
that.
it's
That was
misleading
so
on purpose. It's going to be one of them things where that's probably early on in the movie, and then when you're watching it, it's like, oh my god, it's Wolverine. No, it's not Hugh.
Yeah, I agree. I think it could be Taron Egerton,
Yeah.
the guy who played Elton John, because that was like a
Toss your
huge fan
salad.
cast. Daniel
Kingsman.
Radcliffe.
From Kingsman, yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel Radcliffe would be hilarious.
Daniel Radcliffe would be really funny because Daniel Radcliffe, he's really good with like those quick comedic moments and those
Yeah.
one-liners.
Yeah,
I
you see
think
me? Yeah.
yeah. So I think that would be pretty funny. Yeah, I don't know what to expect of this movie, and that's how I like it. I feel like with too many of these superhero movies, we know exactly what we're getting before it comes out. This one, I have no clue where it's going.
I've
like
got my ticket. Like I don't
Yeah.
need any more.
good trailer, and yeah, I'm excited.
Don't need any more. And quite frankly, it's the only thing we've got, really. So
This
This
year
year,
for
yeah.
comic book movies, yeah.
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 I mean, so
We got
You
Joker.
got that. You got that in.
Oh,
in
also-
Joker too.
Also, last thing I'll say, I'm not even going to I don't think it's fair to consider this an MCU movie because creative control 100% goes to Ryan Reynolds, Sean Levy. It's the MCU. I don't think the MCU should get credit for this being good because
No,
Wait for
they
the TV,
they
yeah.
really they have nothing to do
it
with
was
it
good before
besides
them.
producing it and allowing the characters in it. I just want to say that like everyone's gonna be like, this is gonna save the MCU, but like my
I
eyes,
wish
it's
people would stop
it's a
saying that.
Deadpool thing. It's not an MCU
It's
thing to me.
It's gonna be like
Ed-
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, kind of, but
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I just think people saying it's gonna save the MCU. It's like, but this is so different than anything else, and it has
Yeah.
any. It's not made the same way every other MCU movie is made. That's just something that
I gotta say, on a quick side note, the first shot of the trailer, I bust out laughing because Wade with the hair. Oh my, that was
Hair, yeah.
hilarious. He's just smiling. He's like, okay, all right. And then
I like that all the OGs are back too.
he
all the-
opens the door, right? And he's like, hey, who's asking?
Whoa,
He's like,
whoa, whoa,
whoa.
Whoa.
That's supposed to be scary.
It's so he looks like fucking Donald Trump. or
Oh,
something.
I am so I need Blind Owl to interact with Wolverine in this movie. I
Yeah.
think that'll be. She is one of the
She's
funniest.
hilarious.
She is so underrated in the Deadpool movie. She is hilarious. Look at his eyes, man.
Look at the camera.
Like he's looking at the audience right now. Like, dude,
Yeah.
I don't know what's about to happen, but
I'm
I think
here.
I got it. I'm here.
We're here.
Tom.
Oh, when he salutes,
This is Captain America.
Ryan Reynolds, man, is hilarious. He is Deadpool, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Salute.
think Blake Lively is playing Lady Deadpool.
Lady Deadpool.
She's gonna be in this movie. I think.
I could see. No Taylor Swift in this movie. I'm fucking sick
Oh,
of that,
God,
dude.
Jesus.
I'm fucking sick of that. I'm sick
Oh,
of
I
her.
think she's gonna be in it, dude, as Daz.
Oh.
I love that scene where he's like in the
Oh,
car.
man.
He's like doing that. Oh,
What the fuck was that?
Whoa.
That's what he does.
that's what Deadpool did in the trailer. He's like, oh.
No, I thought it was because I put the shot of Pyro
Yeah,
up.
I
And you were
thought
like,
it was
oh.
kind of-
No,
I'm
no,
not gonna
literally,
lie, but
right when
Pyro looked like
when he went to it, you went, oh.
You went, oh.
I'm not gonna lie, but Pyro looked like he on meth, man. Like he went through some journeys or something like that. Like with
I
the
mean,
booger
I
sugar
wouldn't
man.
expect what they did to his character, but you know,
This
Now,
shot
this
is
scene is-
sick.
that
This
is
scene
sick.
You know
That is
why,
sick.
right? The guy that did John Wick's doing the stunts for this. Chad Talinsky's doing the stunts.
yeah. TK, have you seen John Wick yet?
Not yet, not yet.
You have to.
I'll get on soon. I swear. I promise. I want to watch with you guys.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
I'm
That'd be
down.
a fun
I'm down.
time.
I think it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
all-
Everything's on Netflix.
Is my
Don't
dog-
know. I mean, you ate. Give me a
If
hand
ICE
up.
has been a streaming service.
All right, guess I'll go now. So I love the trailer for Deadpool 3. It was I actually like the fact that they didn't show too much Wolverine because one,
We know he's in it.
it's the people that leaked it. You get what you deserve. Shouldn't have leaked that shit.
I
And
wouldn't be
two,
surprised if they put Pyro in there to troll people. Carry on.
yeah, and two, like they're obviously gonna. I'm excited for the marketing for this movie. The marketing for this movie is gonna go fucking crazy. Like
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman just doing their bit, doing their whole fucking thing. Like that's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah.
It's they showed just enough. I have a dark theory about what's happening with Wade. I feel like he retired from being Deadpool at the beginning, and
Yeah.
I feel like something happened with him and Vanessa's kid because you remember they were supposed to have a kid, and we don't see one,
That kid's
and
dead.
it looks like
Oh.
there might have been maybe Wade can't have kids because of his whole mutation or something. Like maybe something happened there. Because if you know all the Deadpool movies, they are ridiculous.
It
There's
could be a
always something-
Scarlet. It could be a Scarlet Witch scenario, but better. Like maybe in
Yeah.
this multiverse exploration, he sees the kid that he could have had.
Which I think
My
I have
bad.
another theory about that. Me and Archer talked about that. I think there's going to be a kid Deadpool variant.
Mhm.
Which
It'd be
Walker
him right there.
Scobell. Walker Scobell. I hate it. Walker Scobell. Walker Scobell as Kid
I mean,
Deadpool.
like the vibes, everything I want from they didn't tone down Deadpool at all, which I knew they wouldn't because they let it be rated R. And how can you tone down Deadpool? You really can't. That's
Yeah, then you just ruin the
Thank
character
God.
completely.
and
Thank God.
I'm excited.
For that.
I'm
You,
excited
you
for
can't imagine the relief that me and Danny had that day when we were both sitting there and we were like, "Oh, Deadpool's rated R. Oh, thank Christ, we won, Danny. We won." Carry on.
one thing that people not talking the TVA. I'm excited to see the TVA in another thing because I love the whole concept of the TVA and everything from Loki. It should. I really hope that somehow Owen Wilson is in this movie. I really hope he is
Yeah,
because
he will be.
Owen Wilson, Ryan Reynolds,
Cameo.
Hugh Jackman in the same scene would be fucking hilarious. That would be to be comedy gold. I really hope that Mobius makes an appearance in here somehow. And
Oh, I thought you said Morbius. Freaking hell. Sorry. but
You know,
I
he
mean, I wouldn't
could
mind that
too.
if he died. I wouldn't mind
He
Morbius
could
if he gets
too,
fucking
yeah.
murdered in the movie.
Jesus
but,
Christ. I had PTSD then.
Anyone
Go to the
could
Tony
shoot.
universe and kill them all off.
What else? Yeah, I'm excited. We don't really know who the villain is yet. They kind of kept that secret, which is good.
If you know, you know, though.
I think I know who it is, but
It's Cassandra Nova.
What?
I hate.
What?
Say it again.
No, I can't say it. It might be spoilers.
I got hit with a massive spoiler, so I already know who it is. But I like that they're keeping it
I'll
hidden
put it
for
in the
the
private chat.
general audience. What else? See what else is there. I like the action looks great. The scene where he loads the gun in midair is cool.
Oh, right. Yeah. No, my money's on that too.
Yeah, I'm excited to see because the Fox X-Men,
Yeah.
their last movie was technically New Mutants, but really it was
Yeah,
Dark
this is,
Phoenix.
this is their farewell.
And that's a sad way to go out with fucking Dark Phoenix or New Mutants. Like that's not a good way to go out. And
Ugh.
Oh, better.
they deserve better than that. They deserve better than Last Stand and Apocalypse and all that shit.
I mean, if they got
So-
Pyro back, who else are they going to bring back, you know?
Yeah, I
James
think we're
Bond's in
getting
this movie for sure.
we're getting the crew back. Holly Berry, James Marsden, maybe Famke is back as Jean Grey.
How was that?
Ryan Gosling.
Sorry, there was a comment that
Why
was
not?
like,
Put him in
No,
there.
I'm
man.
not buying Gosling. Fucking hell.
Yes.
No,
Wakanda forever.
I hope they get Brad. I hope they get Brad Pitt back as the Vanisher, and he shows up for 2 seconds again, and he dies. I hope they get.
Oh,
Brad
Darius,
again.
Darius.
All right, let's talk about Gail Banneker.
Stryker's in this movie.
Wait, Brian Cox or
Yeah, he got reported that it was reported
Brian
that
Cox?
it was
Brian
reported
Cox.
that he was in it. Yeah.
From X-Men 2?
So basically, if we're going on the reports, as much as the last Deadpool movie had the younger Fox X-Men, and I think this one may prioritize the OG trilogy X-Men.
And you give the young ones,
Should.
their due in Secret Wars, like McAvoy and Fassbender and
Oh
stuff.
fuck yeah! Oh yeah.
'Cause I want McAvoy to come back. Honestly,
Yes.
I really do.
Like
McAvoy's
honestly,
awesome.
they're perfect. Just recast them and
They're
reboot them.
they're the perfect
Exactly.
age. The perfect age to come back and be in the MCU.
Just bring
now.
them back, please. Bring them back when you reboot the X-Men properly.
Fassbender is a great Magneto.
I mean, both me and Danny are in agreement. He carried those X-Men movies towards the end.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. As much as I mean, I like McElroy. He's cool, Professor X, but Michael Fassbender was just that dude, man. Like he sold me as Magneto. I'm like,
Oh yeah,
I hope.
Magneto's in this movie too.
Yeah, I think allegedly I heard that Ian might be in this movie. Like he said that this month. Yeah.
He said it's his final time. One of his final.
Like, I mean, if you
times.
see the pictures, you know, like Toad and Sabretooth are in it. Like, you know, those pictures are everywhere.
But
yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if he dies in this movie, like for real.
Yeah.
I'm just excited.
You reckon Rebecca Romijn might come back for Mystique?
Yeah, I think everyone's on the table at the very least. Everyone's on the table, and I really hope that everyone who got shafted, like Rogue, Cyclops, Storm, they all get their due in this because
Rogue got shafted hard.
A lot of them were disrespected by the time we got the Last Stand, especially like Cyclops.
I mean, character standpoint, Cyclops got shafted. Character standpoint, Rogue got sidelined. Actor standpoint, Halle Berry got fucked over.
Yeah, I'm excited. I couldn't be more excited. And then X-Men 97 was a cherry on top. That was a great trailer as well. So yeah.
Well, I mean, I know someone that doesn't necessarily agree.
With what?
The X-Men 97 trailer was a good trailer.
What's wrong with the trailer?
Danny, go on. Go on, Danny. Your time to shine, son.
Oh, my turn? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, on positive notes, of course, Deadpool 3. I think that Deadpool and Wolverine, right? That's the name of it, or is it Deadpool 3? I don't know. I think it's gonna be good. Like I think, you know, Ryan Reynolds and, you know, Hugh Jackman, they're gonna do their thing. They're gonna sell this movie and, you know, make a lot of money off of it or whatever. You know, I hope that, you know, Ian and like and Patrick Stewart get their last win. I hope Patrick Stewart doesn't die for the 5th time in a row or whatever.
Jesus. Oh, you meant the character. I was like, okay. All right.
Wait, what are you talking? I want him to actually, like, you know, in real life.
Just keep going. Just keep going.
Wait, why are you talking about
what else? Yeah, man, I think it's just gonna be like one more send off from the X-Men universe or whatever. I think it's gonna be good or whatever. You know, I'm praying, hoping that Cyclops does make it out of this movie. Like I really am. Like, you know, I'll be praying to make sure that he gets, like, you know, makes it out. And allegedly, for what I heard, that Henry Cavill was supposed to be in Deadpool 3. He's supposed to make a cameo in this movie. That's what I heard or whatever. Yeah.
Why is Henry Cavill everywhere except
Bro's everywhere.
Give
So,
Warner Brothers, you could have had.
I mean, for me, like, as far as the X-Men 97 trailer, I thought, nostalgia-wise, is it cool? Yeah, but, like, as far as the animation, I think it's pretty much ass or whatever. Like,
and they massacred our girl.
What?
Just your facial expression was just funny when you just okay.
What?
I'm sorry, dude. I watched way too much animation, and that is the most
Hey, Jenny, do
rocky
you remember when I
ass
told you? Do
animation.
you remember when I told you to live your truth, and you're like, "No, man, fuck that philosophy shit, man. It's ass."
It's like bro, like I mean, I just watched too much like animation, and I'm like, dude, this can whoever was the animation team for this project need to be fired because like they didn't do no justice. Like, I mean, you could have got people that could have done the Tomorrowverse to do something, or like get some people from Japan to come help you out because this stuff was rocky. I'm like, bruh, like, what is this? Like, what is this animation? I'm like, looking at. I'm like, look, how is your stuff in the '90s looking better than this? Like, this ain't. What's going on here? But hey, it's Disney gonna be Disney, right? I mean,
Yeah, they're gonna do
what
what
else? They're gonna do Disney things. So
and I hate that you're right, but you are.
what I ain't trying to be right about anything. It's just my opinion. My opinion. That's it. That's
Bullshit.
it.
No, I'm playing.
It's just my opinion. Hashtag I don't want Cyclops to lose his job to Storm. I'm just saying, dude. Like,
Why are we still on Cyclops? Leave the fucker alone, for God's sake. Stop trolling me. Just leave it alone. Fucking hell.
leave it alone.
Sheesh.
Okay. All right. We'll wrap up this subject. We can talk about this anytime. Anyway, we're gonna get to the Karate Kid, Mr. Ben Wang. Ben Wang.
God damn it! What?
Yeah, that's a great transition.
Damn it, man.
A wangless dork.
Well,
The
I'm gonna be
Wangler's
honest, I'm gonna say something quite controversial here. I don't care. So you
It's
guys
a Sony project.
All right.
Don't say that.
I mean, listen, this isn't. I'm sure the actor is gonna. I haven't
Ben
seen
Wang?
him.
he'll
in
do a great
anything.
job. I just don't care about it.
Say
I had
his,
nothing to-
say
I
his
just
full
hope-
name.
Say his
You
full
need to say his full name.
Say his
What's his
full
name?
name.
say his full name, RJ.
What? What is? What?
Say
Hold on.
his
We're
full
going
name.
to hell.
Say his name.
Ben Wang. Dude.
I'm just like what? 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 I just go, please. What I was saying is that I'm sure he's going to do a good job. Still don't know what this movie's about. I just really hope. When I say really hope. That's like I'm really hoping it's because like we said before, we want to come out of these movies saying that it slapped, and
I want to be wrong.
like I want to be wrong.
Contrary to half the people in this space, I want to be wrong.
But I feel like Sony just jerked around people when they said that like they put out like an open casting
We're gonna
call.
toss your salad.
No. When they said like an open casting call to people, and now those people just wasted people's times with that when you actually casted somebody that's an actual actor. So it's like I feel like you just kind of proved that you did that for marketing, like having people send out auditions, like open casting calls. But I'm sure he'll do a good job. I hope he does. Don't know what this movie's about. But
I'm sorry, RJ. You have the look of a man that's just like, I'm just done with this. Like,
I just want to talk about good things. Like,
I just want to talk about Gail Bennett. Yeah.
Like, can The Boys season 4 come out? Can stuff like I'm just. It's been a terrible.
Soon.
It's been a terrible
Danny,
start
your
of the
face
year.
is a mood right now. Like I love
what
it.
TCK said. Like January and February have just sucked for films. Like
Argyle was booty.
Oh, Argyle, that piece of shit.
you. I haven't seen it, so
Argyle was
You
booty.
lucky. You lucky.
Hey,
Count your
me
blessings.
and RJ
Count
watched
your
the Sons of Anarchy, so like it's not
That's
that
all.
bad.
That's all. We've been binge watching Sons of Anarchy like crazy. So, yeah. If we talk about that, put that on the list next Sunday. But
We got Iron Claw in there already.
Yeah,
Great film.
Yeah.
that's a
That's
good
great.
fucking movie. Holy
Fucking movie.
should have got an Oscar.
That's-
Anyway,
It did.
should have.
It should
the karate. I don't. This movie's supposed to come out this year, so
I don't see how it happened.
You
I
know,
don't
it's
see how
the
they
trend
are.
of this year.
It's like how so they have to wait for Cobra Kai to finish, and then they have to film and get it out by December. Ain't no way.
So wait a minute. So are they gonna put out Cobra Kai first, or are they gonna put this movie? I don't know. You know what?
How about we
Jesus.
scrap the whole thing? We got a trend going around of scrapping movies. This seems like a good one.
Oh yeah, good job, David Zasloff. You scrapped the entire. Good job, great job, man.
You know,
What he did to Coyote versus Acme, he scrapped the whole movie, even though it's finished. Good job, bro.
Bad
I'm
girls, Coyote, what do the Karate
Don't
Kid?
quit
now.
your day job.
Just pissed off all your animators. Great job, brother. Good job, bro. Keep it up.
You're doing great. Keep
Keep up
going.
the great
Keep going.
work.
I just feel like we're going back to 07. I really do. It
Don't
feels
say
like
Why is it that specific yet?
you know why.
Ugh.
Okay? Just stuff.
My trauma year.
I'm gonna be honest. As far as pop culture goes,
Danny.
right now, I feel like shows are kicking movies' asses right now when it comes to pop culture.
I agree.
Like,
You're deaf, Jake.
I was saying this to my
Yeah.
dad earlier. I think
I knew you were
movies-
waiting to say it. I knew it. I just knew. Damn it.
Movies like were in its prime
I'll take
a
that
while
as a
ago.
2019.
TV shows are now in their prime.
yeah.
Get in the
'Cause
back
you can
cave.
just do so much. You could do so much more with TV now.
Another awkward.
All right, so I guess I'll talk about this.
Talk about Gil Baker.
thing.
Yeah.
Ben Wang.
Let's talk about Gil Baker.
I'm saying his
Talk
name.
about
God
Gil
damn it.
Good man, a good
Jesus.
chemist, and I liked his karate. No, you didn't.
Let's talk about Ben Wang.
Let me just start off by saying,
I'm sorry, Dad. I
Actually,
feel
I'm-
like you're in the back cave right now. Like, gee,
because I'm Batman. That's what I do.
I'm Batman.
I'm
We are
happy
all
for Ben
Batman.
Wang. Like, I'm actually happy for Ben. Like this
Yeah,
is the
I-
role of a lifetime for him. Like, regardless of how the movie
You're
turns out, when you say you're the Karate Kid, that carries weight. That's a
does.
great role.
Except for
Matt.
Jaden Smith, though. It doesn't carry weight for him.
Well,
I
he's
don't
Jaden
carry
Smith.
shit for him, but
He's
his
the world's big-
family made sure of that.
World's biggest nepo baby. He doesn't fucking count. All right. But I'm happy for the guy. He probably worked really hard for this. He's gonna get to be in a movie with Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan. Dream come true for a lot of people.
Danny, what the fuck?
Vinny, what the hell are you?
I'm trying not to be like disrespectful. I just don't think this movie needs to exist. And I know
Like, shout out to him. Like, I'm happy for him. Like, it's as a creative actor, whatever. I would only dream, like, regardless of my personal feelings, to say, "Hey guys, I'm the new Karate Kid." Like, that's sick. Like, get your flowers, all that stuff. Fair play to him. I'm just trying to understand what's the purpose
Oh, the film.
of the film.
Money. That's the
Beyond,
money,
I need to
money.
create content. Beyond that, what's the purpose of the film? I need to create content for my
PCK,
channel.
what we doing?
Show me the money. Show me the money.
Show me
I
that
just
money.
No, I don't want this filthy money.
the fact that it's Sony doing this is where this is why I lose faith, because like I said, this is the same people who just made Madam Web, guys. Keep that in mind.
This?
Avi Arad is involved in this.
Wait,
Ah,
he actually is?
Oh shit.
Well, Tom Robbins involved in this.
Oh
so that's
shit.
good enough.
Well, that's close enough.
That's close enough.
That's too
Yeah.
far. That's way too far. You got to go all the way back.
This
now.
is the same
Tom Robbins.
Sony Pictures.
Tom Robbins is the reason why a lot of the X-Men movies suck. By the way, thanks a lot, Tom.
Thank you, Tom. Shout
Go
out
ahead,
to
Darius. I'm sorry.
If you don't know, look up Tom Rothman and look up his track record. Look at his track record. It's abysmal.
Sony, man. Just
I love
God.
this.
Oh yeah,
company. I
he's
love
on record saying that he hates superhero movies. So like,
Then why do you want to get involved with him though?
Yeah, he's
because they
turning
make
out
money.
Spider-Man. Make it make
Did
sense.
you know Tom Rothman is 69 years old?
That old.
You old fuck.
He don't say he does.
It's always these old, out of touch people, man.
The people that
The
don't see
non-seasoning
food as
people.
well.
They don't season their food. Go ahead, Darius. Keep on going. Like you're cooking right now, sir.
I respect everyone who's working on this.
I respect the chemistry.
I just don't think it should exist, and I don't want those people to be out of a job because it's going to get someone paid, and I respect that. But I just don't want. I don't want Karate Kid to become one of those franchises that's like, hey, let's bring this. Let's dig this up, even though it's already been revived successfully with Cobra Kai. Let's dig this dead horse up and beat it some more.
What separates you from that? Like, what's your individual identity?
Because you know what my fear is? When people think about the Karate Kid, they're going to think about the movies and not Cobra. They're going to think about whatever this turns out to be and not Cobra Kai. So
it doesn't matter that there's 6 great seasons. If this movie comes out and it's shit, then that's all people are going to remember.
I'm hoping for the best, preparing for the worst. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
But that's me trying to be really positive.
Hopefully it's a fun time. Hopefully it's just a fun time, inoffensive. No one gets their feelings hurt by this, but hopefully it's just a fun time. That's really all I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, I hope I can walk out of it going, you know what? It was all right.
I'm glad I watched this.
I'm glad I watched it, you know? It was worth the price of the ticket, at least.
Yeah.
Noah, I agree with that sentiment.
Even if it's not amazing. Let's be honest. Most of the Karate Kid movies are not amazing, at least after the first 2. So, I mean, we love it, but they're not amazing movies, like objectively, besides the first 2. So, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Bin Wang. Anyway, like yeah.
Wait to say it.
I'm just saying, like, Ben Wang, you're an amazing dude. I'm glad that you got the part, brother. I just hope that this movie doesn't suck, But I'm with RJ on this one. I don't think this movie gonna do good. I'm just keeping it a buck. I mean,
Jesus Christ.
you're telling me that this is gonna come is it? I'm confused. Is it coming before Cobra Kai or is it coming after Cobra Kai? Like, can we get some?
There's people out
I'm
there
gonna pull out this
genuinely
old world.
think
No. Hold on. I gotta pull out an old world. Hold on. Let me pull out an old world real quick. Can I get some freaking clarification?
Oh my God, we're going back to an old
I
school
haven't said that
phase.
in a while, actually.
It's like, can I get clarification?
We're going back to
I
formula.
need clarification.
back
That's
to
the formula. Can I get clarification, man?
Just do what me and TCK are doing.
Oh my goodness. We can't have good things anymore. I don't know what. Oh, you're being an entitled fan. Yes, I'm being an entitled fan because you know what?
Be that entitled fan.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of failure. Okay, I'm sick of failure on the screen. Okay, like I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Okay, like listen. Do I want Ben Wang and Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan to do their thing? Yes, I hope they make plenty of money. Do you think they're gonna really do it correctly? Let me answer for you. Probably it's not gonna happen. Okay, it's not gonna happen. Like I have a high possibility. You're just being a hater. You're being a hater. Yes, I'm being a hater right now.
You know what, Danny? Be that hater. Good. Be that hater.
We're mostly concerned.
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna be that one guy. You know what? I don't speak for these guys. I don't speak for the rest of these guys, but I speak only for me. Screw the fan bases right now for Cobra Kai because guess what? They they don't care anymore. Like this company just proves that they don't care anymore. They don't care about nothing. They don't care about Spider-Man. They don't care about Karate Kid. They don't care about nothing. So you know what? oh, you're just being an intoxicated fan and you just want no. I'm telling you the truth. They don't care about this movie. This movie's probably gonna suck. It's probably gonna be 4 out of 10. And I'm being generous because we don't even know who the writers are. It ain't even the big three. So let's just go based off of what happened in history with Sony movies. That is not 21 Jump Street or 22 Jump Street.
I think that to add on to your point,
Fuck me.
we have nothing against like the actors involved. We're hoping that it works out for them. We hope.
I would love it to be good, but
the problem that we have is always the script. Is the script good? Like what? Like
what
and like you
story
said,
are you telling?
clarification is so key. Like,
Dude, if the Cobra Kai cast is like scratching their head when they're reading this, like when Jacob and Shola were on their podcast saying like, oh yeah, there's supposed to be a new kid that's supposed to be part of the franchise or something. Like they didn't even know anything about it. So that's a red flag right there. So like this is probably not even they're doing a multiverse in Cobra Kai.
Sony's got to go, man.
Like,
Sony's got to go. Not only,
How?
not hang on. Not only is this movie
I'm
unnecessary,
gonna sit back. Hang on.
I don't care if it's good. If the movie's good, wow, we got a good movie. But I will still say it's unnecessary. Not only is it unnecessary, it's disrespectful to Cobra Kai, the Karate Kid. It's disrespectful to film. It's disrespectful to the independent films that are coming out, and they're not getting promoted. They're not getting, bought by these. They're not getting bought by these services because we're having a 6 Karate Kid movie or whatever. The same year, the successful spin-off show that everyone loves comes out. It's so disrespectful to everything. It doesn't matter if the script shit. It doesn't matter if the actors are shit. It matters that the movie's unnecessary and it shouldn't be happening. Period. Even if it's good, it shouldn't be happening. That's the bottom line. The same year that Cobra Kai's ending, it doesn't make any sense.
I don't want to hear it from other.
How much would that
Hang on.
if Cobra Kai comes out first? The post-credit scene is a trailer for the movie. I guarantee that's gonna happen.
I'm sorry, dude. I don't care. I don't care if I offend any.
Ralph Macchio, I like you, but man, shame on you, man.
That bag was
I'm
big.
sorry.
You couldn't resist it.
This is all a thing. You said that you turned down many sequels for Karate Kid before Cobra Kai. What
They
happened?
wrote him an offer he could not refuse.
What happened now? Like you saw the success of Cobra Kai and it's ending and you want more? Like I'm sorry, I don't understand. I love him, but like I kind of lost a little respect.
all right,
to be honest.
I want to add on to your point.
I'm done.
Like nothing against the actor cast. I'm sure he'll do a great job. And this
Big Wang.
a big break is a big break, and that's great.
I would have taken it too if I was in this position. Shit.
I feel like Sony is doing him a disservice because it's like if you wanted to do a Karate Kid movie, fine, but why don't you just do it where it doesn't have anything to do with like past films?
Yeah.
Just create like a new thing. Like you could have done that, and it's just what the.
Sorry. The fact that you said it should be something new, that was comical because I mean we all been saying that for years.
I was like, wait, what did I say?
Hold on. The minute I took this chain off or trying to get this off, you went and nearly made me choke myself with the way you did that. For God's sake.
Sorry, man. That was just comical that you said something. It needs to be something new. Like we've been saying that forever in other franchises and even this one. But go ahead.
Your forehead just looks very slappable.
Shut up. Anyway, but it's just like
shut up.
You. All right, damn it.
What did I do?
All right, keep going.
So it's just like I don't know why we're in this thing where we see something so successful with Cobra Kai. Sony's like, yeah, let's make it. Yeah. Like, and it's just I'm just tired of franchises getting revitalized for the wrong reasons. And
or it doesn't need it.
yeah, like exactly.
Jurassic Park. You like Jurassic Park?
Yeah, they're
Jurassic
making,
Park.
they're making a new Jurassic Park.
I'm making a new trilogy a year after the other one ended.
These studios, listen, these studios need
Just can't leave shit alone.
These studios need to put money into like A24 and these indie films, and because A24 is probably, as far as art and just craft, they're probably the best studio right now.
You know what? I'm sorry, I have to do this. I blame this on the fans. I do. It's kind of the fans, because people don't go watch those kind of movies. They just don't.
Yeah.
Even when they're out, like, people don't watch them like they should, and then studios are like, "Well, it's not making any money. Why would we put it out?"
I blame the studios.
I think it's
they're not.
I blame the studio. I
get
the studios more.
People aren't seeing them because they're not being promoted well, because they're not a big budget studio.
You have people that say movies are trash right now, so I'm not going to watch them. But like, you're not watching indie films, so like, how can you say that?
That's true. What I mean? That's true. But it's like,
saying, okay, movies are the worst.
I think it's a 50-50.
You're not watching them.
Yeah.
Like,
but it's just
look at Iron Claw. That was a big release. A24 actually put something into that, and no one watched it.
Yeah.
Like, and they're not going to do that anymore.
I think that came out in November.
They didn't promote it well, to be honest with you.
They didn't promote it well.
A24
doesn't promote well.
Wasn't fan like an actual wrestling fan that like.
Bo was afraid.
I just don't.
Wait, what?
If you see there, okay. So there was this movie that came out last year called Bo was Afraid with Joaquin Phoenix, Ari Aster film. Have you seen that, TCK?
I've seen bits and pieces.
Yes, this is a weird movie, man. But no, it's just my point. Like, a new Jurassic Park movie is coming out. We just got one.
Nope.
And the last one was Dominion is
why is Jurassic Park? As a Jurassic Park fan, I don't want to.
Dominion was it was an
actual. You want to know why we're getting? You want to know why we're getting another one? Because somehow, even with as bad as Dominion was, it made $1 billion because of the fucking.
It made $1 billion because of nostalgia. It's because of nostalgia. It really was because of nostalgia.
It's because overseas they like dinosaurs. That's why.
I mean that, and also you had nostalgia because you had like the original Jurassic Park cast meeting up with the Jurassic Park.
The thing is, nobody watched it here. If it had just come out here, it would have flopped. It's overseas.
Yeah.
You put a dinosaur in anything, and they watch it.
Like, yeah. The Japanese and Chinese love dinosaurs.
I get what RJ said. Like, we're getting these franchises that don't need to come back. Like, and then Cobra Kai. The thing about Karate Kid was already back. It was Cobra Kai. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. It was a sequel. Like, it was a sequel.
They saw this is what they probably did. Sony was like looking at the numbers and they were saying like, wait, this karate stuff is actually making us money. Man, shit. Let's go ahead and make a movie. Like I'm telling you, that's exactly what it went down. Like, so
it's like, it's cool.
It'll be sitting on his throne. He was like, what can I fuck up next?
It'll be cool to see Jackie Chan. I will admit that, but it's just like, what? We don't need this. Like,
you gave YouTubers that don't need a voice more ammunition on this Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio thing. Congratulations, Sony. Like, you gave everybody a theory their problem. Like, thanks. Dumb theories are actually canon now. Like, congratulations. Like,
for the past few years of us ragging on stupid theories, they actually hold weight now. We're here.
Dre Parker's canon to the Miyagi-verse.
Yay! I cannot wait to see Dre Parker going on stage and handing that trophy to Robbie when he wins the Sekai Taika. I can't wait to see it.
On it being disrespectful to Cobra Kai, so we have a new Karate Kid, right? What about Robbie and Miguel and Sam? Like, they're just not. Like,
yeah, hold up on that.
They were the Karate Kid.
If they're setting up this new Karate Kid shit, what's the odds that they don't bring Jaden Smith in the mix and bring this new guy in? Well, what about Cobra Kai's Karate Kids? You're just gonna fuck them over?
What about the legacy characters that we actually give a shit about? But
Q&A.
Finn Wayne.
I hate this company. I hate him.
Okay,
Just
Let's
stop.
Just enough.
let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Okay, so
It's been
chat.
a very
Put your
negative.
question.
I mean,
Put your,
Sony are having
put
fun
your,
as well. It's been a very negative.
Yes, man.
put your questions in the chat. Chat. This is your
There you go.
time.
Let's
You
spice
know,
it up a bit. There you go. Oreo. There you go.
chat. Just ask us anything within reason, like any movies or anything like that. It's like it's your guys' time.
Sons of Anarchy.
Sons of
Yeah,
Anarchy.
you know what? Actually, talk a little bit about that. Let's transition, and then you can just talk a little bit about that, and then people in the chat will go off you.
Not that hot. This guy woke up this morning. He was white.
Oh man. Nah, Sons of
I
Anarchy.
start season
Watch
5 tomorrow.
I'm on season 4.
I'm on season 5 right now, and I'm gonna just say this: like for me, just
I
for
second
me,
that.
I enjoyed a little bit more than Sopranos. Like, I mean, Sopranos is still good and everything, but this one,
Breaking Bad just edges it as well.
I mean, it's just because like even when they don't have like a slow burn per se, like the parts get to the let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like,
Charlie Hunnam
but
is
yeah,
that
definitely.
Get him as
And
Green Arrow. Green Arrow in DC if you don't get Stephen Amell.
and Ron Perlman looks like a horse, and I can't unsee that. I can't unsee it. Like he looks like a horse. Like like I'm being 100. Like now, every time when you see Ron Perlman, he looks like a horse.
Food.
Damn, what the hell did I miss? When do you think The Boys season 4 is coming out? I think it will come out this summer or the fall.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, they said that it's not going to be coming out because
the boy.
What?
they said that they're not going to be coming out because I think it's conflicting with the Invincible stuff or whatever. Like that, and I remember dropping an article about that, like in the chat.
Invincible's coming out in March, so summer at the earliest.
Yeah, but like they said that Amazon wants to push the boys back a little bit or something like that because of Invincible's timing.
It'll probably come
We
out
talking
in, like,
about Invincible?
June or
That's
something.
an amazing show.
It is, but they fucked up with splitting it into 2 parts. I don't know why.
Yeah, Amazon. Invincible's greatest enemy is Amazon Prime because
Like I don't. What was
It
the point?
is, but he's no. I'm just laughing at how Darius is like. It is, but they fucked up. Swin.
No, because
Yeah, they should have. They should have just do the 8 episodes
like,
straight up for 8 weeks.
the way where they cut the story off when they split it up into 2 parts doesn't make any sense. I read the comic. I know what
so
happened.
annoying, and they made us wait like 2 years for this season.
Yeah, and they were like,
that's a bad. one.
well, this whole stream took a turn for places I didn't
No,
expect.
also another thing, I really hope they don't. If you read the comics, do not do that comic moment in the show. Please don't do it. Darius, you know.
I know what you're talking about.
The
I
March,
know what you're talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking
Don't
about.
do it.
Yeah,
I don't even think they can.
It's too much, bro. Like, don't do that.
I don't think they can.
They
I don't think they can
can't
do
do
it.
that. Sorry, Robert Kirkman, you take stuff too far, man. Like you.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Like, he's an edgy son of a bitch, isn't he? Like,
Yeah, I mean, there's edgy, and then there's just being edgy. Like they're two very like. It's
he's a weirdo.
Yeah, it generally goes the other side of the fence just to be contrary.
So fucked up.
Honestly, I think
Ron
they're gonna
Perlman
do it.
looks like a horse.
I think they're gonna do it still.
oh, don't do it, please.
No,
don't.
I think they're gonna tone it down.
They're gonna hint
if
at
you
it
can.
happening. They're not
If
gonna
you
show it
can,
happening.
yeah.
They're gonna hint at it happening.
They're gonna skip over it or whatever. It's like,
Just have her beat the shit out of him. Like, don't.
yeah.
Don't go there.
Yeah, it's
it's
That's fucking trippy.
And I read, I was reading, I got to that part. I was like, "What the?" I was like, "Hold the fuck on!"
the equivalent of Batman and Batman.
No, it's worse than that.
That's what I'm saying.
It's worse.
I said 10 times worse. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's worse. It's bad. But yeah, I don't know why they basically they killed the momentum of the show because everyone was talking about Invincible, and then like, oh yeah, guys, sorry, we're taking another like 4-month break in
And
the middle
years.
of the, and then now there's other shows that'll come out. Like I heard Mr. and Mrs. Smith is pretty good. I need to check that show out.
Yeah, I have to watch that.
This is what annoys me. It's just like when like Darius knows what I'm talking about. It's like when an anime like ends up being really good, and then like they just take a hiatus for half a year. You're like, dog, I didn't forgot about where I was left off. Like, what's going on here? Like, that's what they're doing.
Or hit you with
Like,
the
it's not a
filler
good
episodes,
idea.
with the filler episodes, so the manga can catch
Give me
up.
5 filler episodes. Like, don't do that to me.
Yeah, I'm excited for Invincible, but I think they shot themselves in the foot. Like it would have been talked about way more if this.
I agree.
Either just release. You should just waited till this year, and be like, yeah, here's all of it. Here's
Look,
all of it normally, instead of like breaking it up like that.
Like this is
like
this is the problem.
Like, go ahead.
This is the problem. Like, it's that debate. Should you just release it all at once, or can you release it weekly, or like if you take a
I
break
feel
within the
like-
week?
Based on how the season started, I think you could have released it all at once.
I agree.
It didn't really get into it till like the end of this
First
half.
episode's okay. It gets better as it goes. Like episodes get better.
Yeah.
Double zero. Sorry.
Oh, somebody asked who we think the villain of Batman 2, the Batman 2 will be.
I think it's going to be Scarecrow. I think it's gonna be 2. I think they're gonna.
It's gonna be a double.
I think what they're doing, if you know, you know, the Long Halloween. I think what Matt Reeves wants to do, he wants to set up that. If you know that comic, you know the scene where like it's all of like
all the villains.
All like I think Matt Reeves wants to do that by the end of his trilogy, with like a bunch of villains like that are like A tier, S tier villains. So I think that in this movie, it'll be Scarecrow.
They're really gonna set it up. I mean, you can have
Mr.
Poison
Freeze, I
Ivy and
don't
Mad Hatter
know.
down the road.
I think
maybe I can see Scarecrow or Clayface. I think that would be really cool to see those two.
Yeah.
But I think he's gonna do 2 villains. I think it's gonna be 2 villains.
I think maybe this is just me really wanting just a live action Heart of Ice, but I want Mr. Freeze there. I want that storyline. That needs to be live action.
Yes.
Carries so much emotional weight.
Yeah.
That.
Oh my goodness.
That is one of my favorite storylines ever. I think
you know we won a daytime Emmy. TC.
Yeah,
TCK.
I know,
Like
deservingly so.
You know what else I want, bro? I want Hugo Strange, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Professor Pig.
Professor Pig.
I think
Professor Pig would be insane.
Professor Pig will make you laugh, make you think.
Professor Pig is fucked up, dude.
He is.
Yeah, I think
he's like
I think that might be too far. They might need a rated R.
I think what's gonna happen is I think Two-Face is gonna make an appearance. It's just not Two-Face in the movies, just like he'll be in the Penguin show most of all, or whatever.
We said
But
that
by
earlier
the end of the
Two-Face would appear in it like as Harvey or something.
There was like a rumor going around that like they were looking at like Josh Hartnett as like Two-Face. That was like a rumor on Twitter.
That's great casting, by the way.
I'm sorry, that man deserves so much better. He was really underrated for his time, and then he just fell off the grid.
Depending on what type of Clayface they're gonna do, like I'm not sure. Like they could do Golden Age Clayface, or they could do Batman the Animated Series Clayface. It just depends on what if Matt is gonna go the fantastical. If it's gonna go the fantastical route, and you see him as a big blob, then I mean that'll be cool or whatever. But I think they might go towards that Golden Age Clayface where he just switches his faces around or whatever.
To me, that's scarier because he could be anybody. Like he could just be turning.
You could do
I think for this universe, it makes sense to do the Golden Age Clayface.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you can play like the mental health aspect because like the whole Clayface's whole character is based on like an actor disappearing into a role too much where they literally become somebody else and like
because there's 2 iterations of Clayface, and I think they might just do like the first one or whatever. Yeah. where he's the actor or whatever, and he's just kidnapping people and like like unaliving people because like they betrayed him in the industry or something like that. So
Especially in the age of method acting.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
Very relevant.
Well,
Very
Yeah,
relevant.
it's very
They can,
Like,
get,
you
they can get Bill Skarsgård as a clip.
there's a lot you can do with like Bruce's character
Ooh.
thematically because you could say that Bruce is like
great
kinda
casting.
losing himself in the role of Batman.
Sound like Deadpool.
His face
Ooh.
loses his face.
When his eyes go, ooh, great
because
casting.
I don't
Bill
know.
Skarsgård-
I mean, and this is just a long shot. They
God damn.
they could get Mad Hatter
Yeah,
or whatever.
I think it's
They
time for
could
Matt
get
Hatter
him.
to come on the screen.
I
He
think
needs to-
he's more side villain though. He's not main villain.
yeah.
but,
he'll be like,
but it's just like it's just time. Like you got to do something with him, like in live action. That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
Also-
you could have Solomon.
He's
Grundy
definitely
on
not main villain, like you said. He's a side villain.
He's not main villain, but like I think it's like Batman is
Yeah,
stopping
Solomon
him.
Grundy
Like
down the
you know how they
Yeah.
do like in the Dark Knight in the opening scene where Scarecrow. I think they could do something like with Mad Hatter or something like that.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, bring back Brent. He's supposed to be Batgirl. Brendan Fraser, Firefly. Would be
Firefly.
fucking sick.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I
That
think he
was
can.
great.
I think in this universe he could do it. Like it's not.
Because Firefly is just a dude that like set things on fire. He's just fucking crazy, like
Yeah.
person, so you can fit it anywhere.
Crazy son of a bitch.
Fire.
It's
Yeah.
it's like lighting shit on fire.
That. I mean, that's our thoughts. I mean, Killer Croc will be a stretch, but
I mean,
That's more DC. That's more DCU territory. We're like,
I mean,
Yeah.
the thing is, you could have most of Batman's characters in the Matt Reeves universe, but you would have to change things. Like you would have to tweak them because of the tone and the type and the style. Like it's like if you had Mister
Right.
Freeze universe, you would have to change a few things. Like a
Yeah.
few things. Like, you can't have him going on going eyes to eye. You can't have him doing
Like-
that.
like
whereas-
Poison Ivy, Mr. Freeze, Killer Croc. That's more DCU, but they could Mr. Freeze could work in the Matt Reeves universe, but like you said, they have to switch some stuff up. Yeah.
Imagine the scarecrow scenes that Matt Reeves could use though.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Like very Arkham inspired. That's what I mean. This universe, for everyone giving Matt
My
Reeves
boy
all
said
this
fantastic.
credit, like for everyone giving Matt
My
Reeves all
God.
this credit and that Batman, like Matt Reeves Batman
Not
is
yet,
noir
though.
and whatever. If anything, it's just the Arkham trilogy. Like it's just that. Like it's
Phantasm will have to be like his last movie. Like, if
I
they're gonna-
agree. I agree.
they need to
It
adapt
has
that.
to be
What an ending that would be. With
Like if it
Phantasm.
like they probably have to switch the story up a little bit long because if you watch the movie and they just do the same thing, like they're gonna have to switch it. Like they're gonna have
But
to
they could tease it throughout the other movies.
yeah.
Like, I think it'll flow perfect.
You know what I want though? You know what I want in like the last like Matt Reeves Batman movie? I
probably
want
Batman.
like in the intro,
It's probably
like I
not
want to see Alfred's reaction to when Bruce put on the cowl. For the first time.
Yeah.
Like,
My God.
Phantasm chills.
That was great. I love Master Phantasm.
I've been seeing that
That's-
clip a lot on my feed lately.
Me too.
Because it's that good of a movie.
It's amazing.
It's a
It's the
fucking
best.
movie.
It's the
It's
best,
the best Batman movie.
It's the best
It's the
Batman.
best Batman movie. Yeah.
It's incredible.
yeah.
See, like
Sorry,
you go
man.
through
That movie's a
when
10.
you're like really
That movie is Listen, that movie is a 10 out of 10. It's so much a 10 out of 10. I bought the 4K for it, man. Like I got a Blu-ray version, but I bought the 4K for it, man. Like, and I got the VCR for it. I got the. Like, I'm gonna get the Laserdisc soon. Like
The what?
the laser disc.
the Laserdisc. I love that movie. I love that movie, man.
It's good.
I might just
And-
rewatch
and-
it
and
tonight.
it's
I might
marketing
rewatch it.
First
You know what? I'm
conversation-
probably gonna rewatch it like right after this.
The first conversation we ever had
Keep
was like, man,
television.
I know that you're a
Woo!
big fan of the Under the Red Hood, but I'm gonna have to give it to Mask of the Phantasm.
Master the
Sorry,
Phantasm.
It's a perfect Batman movie. There's no flaws.
We love what we
No
love.
flaws.
Love we love.
It's like that's my favorite.
So
That's the
I'm
movie
going
right
to
there.
watch Batman on 4K tonight. So yeah.
I am telling you right now,
people in the
if
chat,
Master
you know
the
what's going to happen when
Phantasm,
this stream ends? Everyone's going to be watching a Batman thing of some description.
if Master the Phantasm,
We've just
Master the
proven. Hold on a
Phantasm
minute.
needs to
Hold on a
be
minute.
in the
I've got
theater,
a thing I've
okay?
got to say. We were ragging on DC and Warner Brothers earlier on for showing favoritism to Batman, not the same energy with Superman. We've just given them vindication.
Well, he's my
But
favorite.
It
Superman's
doesn't matter.
We've just given them vindication, damn it.
his ass.
No, he's
my
not.
favorite.
I mean, we still love Superman. Like Superman is OG. Like he's the reason why all this stuff exists.
But
But I mean,
Danny, that's Green Lantern, bro. What are you talking about? Green Lantern was first.
I'm talking about the main reason. Like I could understand what the first DC comic, man. You're
Did you
smart
guys
one.
know
I
in
love you,
comics
dude.
Green Lantern used to be weak to wood?
And in
Yeah,
the color yellow.
and the
No,
color
you
yellow.
could-
The way you said that
What
the
do you
first
mean
time,
by that?
Darius, and then
No,
RJ's
you
reaction
could-
was the best.
No,
RJ
you could
was
literally
like,
put on,
Go look at the old,
bro.
the old.
You could put on a yellow shirt and beat Green Lantern's ass with a ruler in the 19.
Yeah.
You can
Sorry,
literally
but
beat
you
his
saying
ass.
that
Yeah,
Green
that was the
Lantern
Golden
was
Age
weak to
comics,
wood?
man. The Golden Age comics were stupid, bro. They were wacky, man.
I thought
Oh,
you meant
it's- I
something.
know what you're talking about.
meant something else.
Like the time they made the Flash fat so he couldn't run anymore.
Yeah.
Real comic like that.
The Thatch.
They hit him with like a fat
Yeah.
ring or some shit. It was stupid.
But yeah,
Probably not gonna happen.
probably not gonna happen.
It's probably not going to
Black
happen.
Mask in the Matt Reeves universe. Somebody asked
I would love that.
he fits.
In the Matt Reeves universe.
But I do think Harvey Dent's gonna be in this movie in some way, shape, or form.
He'll probably be in
Yeah.
the Penguin.
Oh,
But I so cannot wait for the Penguin show. I cannot wait for that. That's good. That picture,
Sopranos and
that
DC.
set photo with him in the hat and the dude,
You think he's gonna get the
like
monocle?
with it,
huh?
yeah.
He's
When
gonna- he's gonna
when
he's gonna
RJ
get the
sent me
monocle.
that picture, when RJ sent me that picture with the top hat, I said, "Oh, okay."
Take it
You gotta
easy.
get the cane, the monocle.
What'd you say?
No.
What did you say, Darius? You asked a question.
You think he's gonna get the monocle on his eye, on his above his eye, like from the animated series, the monocle he has.
I think so. I think
Oh,
so.
the little,
Now,
the little
that-
eyeglass.
Final shot of the
and
series.
the
right?
cane.
Yeah.
And the
Like, and the
cane.
final
That's
shot of the
Gonna get
series.
that umbrella, bro.
Like he's got the cane, monocle. That's
With
it.
a
When I
with a
saw
cigar-
that,
with a
when I
cigar
saw
in his
that
mouth.
set photo, I was
Yeah.
like, "Yo, this is sick,
Dude,
bro.
okay.
They're doing it.
And
They're
then
doing
like
it, man."
he's in the Icebergs Lounge, and he got his set of birds like on the side or whatever, like inside cages or whatever. Like,
On
He
that,
laughs like a
it's
penguin.
like cold, like the Arkham series, Iceberg Lounge. Like he makes it like
Cold.
iceberg, like like just do that.
yeah,
Sub-Zero.
Like, oh, dude, you're doing it.
Sub-Zero is not a bad Batman movie. It's all
I
right.
can't even do that shit.
Wait.
alright.
What's not a bad
It's
Batman
all
movie?
right.
What?
Sub-Zero. It could have been better.
It's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right. I mean, to be honest, the reason why that movie kind of
It's all right,
It's
man.
all right. Overrated.
okay. The history of that movie is because the reason why everybody's like 50-50 on the movie because it just came out before Batman. I mean, it came after Batman and Robin, and it's just like
Okay, I gotta we gotta wind down now. I can feel myself.
Yeah.
I
I think that is.
it's 4:20 in the morning.
I think we're done.
Yeah. I'm dying.
cooked.
Shout out to Adam for joining us earlier on. Shout out to everyone who is watching after the fact on rewatch or otherwise or live. Appreciate you. Shout out to this lovely fine gentleman here for assembling the list as always, because those lists are never the problem. It's the people. Thank you, sir, for compiling another list, sir. Very well done. We'll see you next week. Shout out to my favorite TCK right here. Look at this gentleman here. Look at this gentleman. Look at the background. Are you sure you can't put Thor Ragnarok in there somewhere?
All right, that's not funny.
It's not.
That's not funny.
It's like, all right, that's not funny. It's like too far. It's like that scene in
Not
Stranger
funny,
Things.
man.
Like,
Too far.
too far.
Too far.
Not cool. I'm sorry.
Not cool, dude.
Shout out to the Mamba from his back cave. Yeah. And of course, the goated one who showed up and wore all white like me. Perfect. Synergized.
All white and black Hiroshi Month is crazy, by the way.
What?
Everything is black on white.
Don't worry about it.
Everything is black
You'll
on white.
catch it on. You'll catch it on rewatch.
Son of a bitch. Son of a- God damn it.
End the stream now.
Oh.
Ben Wayne.
Anyhow, I'm getting delirious. Oreo, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna play. It's a Batman centered stream as always. We may as well just play that one. See you next week. Next week. Next week. Next week. Next week.
Next week. Next week. Next week. Next week.
Next week. Next week. Next week.
Come on! Open your